Now we're live at Collectco for Tuesday's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, welcome, and let us know you're watching by signaling a hi or hello. And let me get this shared in all the proper outlets. Group, whole lot of records. Get the link copied and get it posted here and also posted here in the group. Sorry we're a few minutes late. Or actually a few. Wow, hour. 60 minutes late. Anytime I say a few, just convert that over to 60. So this first record is a few dollars. Let me get it shared one more place. Which is Instagram story. Hope everybody's doing all right. Like I said, sorry we're a couple minutes late. Technically, hour. Story. Favorites. Actually, I had a fight picture, didn't I? All right. It's actually just... Let's see. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. And I'll still say that for a few more days. Then after the first week, it's no longer Happy New Year. So, after that, the New Year happiness is over. Then it's just the year. Happy year. Right, Seth? Okay. So, let's get started. Late start discounts. No late start discounts. I'm going to randomly put Journey in there. Somebody's probably going to end up with it. Let's get right to selling. Probably got a full 3.5 hour segment for you. I don't know if we'll even get to take a break. But since we started late, I'll start showing you records. I'll start selling records. You buy whatever you want. I'll sell it to you. I'll invoice you. I'll make sure it gets shipped to you. That's the way we do things. Let me get all these crates connected. We'll get started with Japanese auctions in just a moment. The first bin is new check condition arrivals, which we're going to go through. I've got tonight, I'm just going to go through new arrivals. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crates. That's probably enough to keep us busy for a good while. First record is Styx Paradise Theater. This is $17.99 EX condition. Hey, this is one of the nice, pretty etched copies, but I think they're all etched. This is one of those anomalies where I think they're more not etched than etched. We have Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, Roxy and Elsewhere. This is a VG copy, so $19.99. Our first crate of the night is all new arrivals. They are check condition. That's a VG copy for $19.99. Styx was EX for $17.99. Stephen Steele's also EX, $17.99, self-titled. That one's called Steele's, Stephen Steele's. Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $7.99. Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits. Julian Cannonball Adderley, Cannonball en Route. Wow, that's a pretty cool cover. Cannonball Adderley, that's an early Mercury label. Cannonball is EX, $34.99. Cannonball Adderley. I don't know if I've ever had that one before. Invoice has something missing. Jamie Wu will check that in just a moment. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Jackson Brown, The Pretender, VG Plus, $9.99. Tomorrow's is Hype Sticker. I love saying Hype Sticker. No Hype Sticker on Jackson Brown, but that's one. If you notice, we always have hundreds of Jackson Browne albums. That's one. That one and Running on Empty are the ones that always get sold. Hey, speak of it. Here it is, Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. This is also a VG Plus. Looks like it has the book with it. Does have some cover damage on the back. Those are both VG Pluses and VG Plus covers, $9.99. The Rolling Stones, Get Your Yah-Yahs Out. VG Plus, $24.99. The Rolling Stones, Get Your Yah-Yahs Out. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. And Styx Cornerstone. Styx Cornerstone is a VG Plus, $14.99. Styx Cornerstone, the Rolling Stones, and we have Elton John, Madman Across the Water. This is an essential. That is an original Unipress, VG Plus, $24.99. And, ooh, his first album. Hey, look, it's a hype sticker. Also, Darby, somebody wrote their name on the cover, but this is Elton John, Elton John. This is Uni, and it is a VG copy for $19.99. Elton John, Elton John. And Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Stars and Stripes Forever. VG Plus, $24.99 on that. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Stars and Stripes Forever. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus is a VG Plus copy, $14.99. And we have Kindred is a VG Plus, $19.99. And this has seam splits along the top and bottom, John has said. Kindred is a green Warner Brothers label. It also has a radio station stamp on it, WRFG. Okay, the first 7 comments are all questions about orders. I will try my best to answer them all in one question or one answer. If you're asking about shipping, if you hadn't got a tracking number, then it hadn't shipped yet. If you have something wrong with your invoice, make sure you message our page. Doug does shipping. Josh, sometimes Tanner, does invoice corrections. And the only way they know if they need to do a correction is if you send us a message. We probably have, we got a lot of messages we get every day, and we go through them in the order they were received and get those fixed. Shipping is very easy. If you hadn't got a tracking number, it is in queue to ship with probably 300 other packages. So we ship. There's mail right here behind me. I'm sure there's mail in Doug's office. We ship every day. There's probably a day that we don't ship. So that's the easiest way to explain shipping. If you got a tracking number, it's on its way. If you don't have a tracking number, then it's not on its way. It is in waiting to be shipped. It is, if you've paid, it is sitting there and it's waiting. This is a David Bowie Young Americans, a VG copy for $14.99. This is the tan original label. The cover is about a VG minus. About a VG minus. I know I sell all the records. I know I buy all the records. And I'm also the owner here. But I also have no idea what's going on with invoices and shipping. You can ask me during the sale, and I'll probably say, I don't know, but somebody will take care of you. Because I honestly don't know what's probably going on with your order. Some of them I do. So most of them, I don't. Elton John, Empty Sky. This is actually his first LP. VG Plus, $24.99. Elton John, VG Plus, $24.99. Warrants. Which one are you looking for? Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich is now delayed and will be here tomorrow. So we'll probably show that on Thursday, but there's none to sell. If you pre-ordered it, you're good. If you didn't pre-order it, then you'll have to wait for the next batch and see if we get any. Journey is a VG copy, $9.99. This is Journey, self-titled. That's a VG copy, $9.99. And Elton John, A Single Man. VG Plus, $14.99 for Elton John, A Single Man. Calvin Ward, First the Journey. That was our thumbnail image. And if you're just joining us, you have not missed anything. We're only halfway through the first crate. We got started at 8 o'clock, and we're only 10 minutes in. So, first crate, it's all check condition, new arrivals. Tonight's entire show will be new arrivals. Ray Charles, Do the Twist with Ray Charles. That is a VG Plus, $14.99. The Beat of My Heart, Tony Bennett. The Beat of My Heart's a VG Plus, $9.99. We have, is this Van Morrison? Yeah, I think so. This is Van Morrison, VG Plus, $29.99. This is Them. A bonus pack, 2-record set. Them featuring Van Morrison. Them, and then this is probably, what's the other one called? Them, is it 2? I guess that's 2 different albums. Maybe their first 2. But yeah, that's a VG Plus $29.99. 2-in-1 pack. The best of the Guess Who? EX $17.99. This is one of the original pressings on the orange label that's actually the gatefold. That's $17.99. No autographs tonight. I know, John, you're probably going to reply, you're killing me, but I don't have them ready. John's been here the last 2 days. John Thomas, not John Young. And I need to tell him to get all that stuff dug out for me because it got reburied, and that's why I used to could walk to the back and we had 3 crates of LPs, all autographed, and I would pick out 8 or 10 for the next auction. They've gotten recondensed and reburied, and I don't know if he's found them yet. So we've got like 3 crates of autographed records misplaced again. This is a VG Plus $14.99. I'm telling y'all, you're probably like, how do you misplace 3 crates of autographed records? Well, if you ever come to our store and you want to peek in our back room, you would understand. It's incredible. The Who Are You? This is a VG copy for $9.99. The Who Are You? That's a VG copy for $9.99. And what do we have here? Rap music for wrapped people. This looks like a hardcore punk compilation. I see Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, Bad Brains. That's a VG copy for $19.99. Burt Jordan on Sgt. Pepper's. Street date for Warrant is this week. Street date for Warrant is this week. Burt Jordan on Sgt. Pepper's. Mike Massey wants Rat, and Robert Johnson was second. When I have autographs ready, I'll definitely put them in a hot post. That will be a clear indication I have those on the way. Mother's Finest, VG Plus, and John, I will let you know. Mother's Finest is a VG Plus $12.99. And then James Brown, It's a Mother. James Brown is a VG copy, $19.99. More of the Monkees. VG Plus, $14.99. Some pretty good looking stuff in here. This is a mono. It's a VG Plus, but more of the Monkees. VG Plus, $14.99. And Elvis in GI Blues. This is a 1960 mono copy. VG, $24.99. The New World of Leonard Nimoy, a.k.a. Spock. VG Plus, $19.99. New World of Leonard Nimoy. I don't know if I've seen that one. That's VG Plus, $19.99. Burt Jordan wants Elvis. And we have the Rolling Stones Hot Rocks. VG, $24.99. That's a blue stereo label. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks. VG copy, $24.99. Heart, Dog and Butterfly. That's a VG for $9.99. And Black Oak, Arkansas. Ain't Life Grand. VG Plus, $14.99. 75 yellow Atco label. VG Plus $14.99. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. This is a VG copy for $39.99. 1965 Pittman pressing. VG $39.99. Stereo. That's a VG 65. Dead Wax of Side 4 on Hot Rocks. How did I know that was gonna happen? Say Side 1, Side 2. So this should be Side 3, Side 4. Dead Wax, not rats, is XZAL11018 GL-AL 12-3-71 Sterling. VG Plus $24.99. Now, I'm going to go back through this crate here in a second because there shouldn't be but like maybe half of these should have already sold because I know they're check condition, but there's some stuff in here I hadn't shown. I mean, how many on sale crates have I been through in the last 2 weeks? And most of this stuff wasn't in them because they usually sell. That's why they're not left over. So, hope everybody crack your knuckles. I need you to pay close attention to what is being offered in front of you. Like this very nice Bob Dylan, 1969. This is a reissue. This album did not originally come out in 69. It's a VG copy for $19.99. Bob Dylan bringing it all back home. But that's still a Columbia 2i. Just not a first press. $19.99 on that. Robin Trower for Earth Below. This is a VG copy for $9.99, and Alice Cooper Killer, VG $14.99. Alice Cooper Killer. Green Warner Brothers label, which is usually a sign of an original press for that record. Joe Walsh, There Goes the Neighborhood. That's a VG Plus for $14.99. Joe Walsh, There Goes the Neighborhood, VG Plus $14.99. And Robin Trower, Twice Removed from Yesterday. That's a VG copy from $9.99. Supertramp, Famous Last Words, also a VG copy for $9.99. Supertramp, Famous Last Words. Alice Lowry wants the Alice Cooper, and James McGowan wants the Joe Walsh. Those are sold and sold. Yes, Fragile is a VG Plus, $12.99. That is a 4-digit, and it's a Broadway, so that's probably a 72 press. Gatefold, Yes, Fragile, that's a VG Plus, $12.99. Alice Cooper Have the Calendar. You know what? It looked like it folded out. No, I don't think it was still intact. But Chris, it's already sold. We have Van Morrison TB Sheets. This is a VG copy for $14.99. Van Morrison TB Sheets on the Bang label. That is $14.99. And Nirvana. No, this is The Greatest Story of Simon Simopath. Nirvana. Not. That's a VG copy. $74.99. 68. That's not Kurt Cobain and Dave Grohl and the other guy. That's something completely different. Nirvana's the name of the album, by the way. Not the artist. Quiet Riot, Metal Health. VG copy, $12.99. Quiet Riot, Metal Health. I don't know how many times. I think I was. There's no telling how many times I called that mental health before I announced or figured out what was going on. So that's $12.99. Arm Lazelle put we. Bob Madine put R. I bet Arm Lazelle got beat on the. He got beat on the autocorrect because usually I've sold enough of these to know QR autocorrects to we. So Arm Lazelle was first to that, then Bob, then Bubby, then Brandon, then John, and then Arm Lazelle did correct himself. All right, so let me go back through these one more time. I'm going to read titles. These are all. This is our first grade of the night. Let me go ahead and get our first auction started. We have. Let's see here. The Japanese bin has Leonard Skinner, Porter Wagner, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Three Dog Night, Boz Scaggs, Warren Zevon, Crosby and Nash, Clapton, Foreigner, Y&T, Foreigner, REO, Merle, Tears for Fears, Rod Stewart, Pat Benatar, The Fix, Toto, Rat, More Quiet Riot, More Rat, Genesis, Rat, Cyndi Lauper, Led Zeppelin, Night Ranger, Rainbow, Foreigner, Loverboy, Night Ranger, and Naked Eyes. I know what y'all probably going to want to see first, so let me go ahead and pull it. That's Rat, and we'll do Rat. Well, we don't need to do two R's. Let's do a Rat and something from up front. I think this Leonard Skinner may be a check condition record. Let me flip it over and look here. Yeah, looks like Skinner's a check condition, so. All right. Fix. Let's see. Which Tears for Fears? It was Songs from the Big Chair. And Ryan Anderson wants Robin Trower for Earth Below. This one right here is sold to Ryan Anderson. All right, so our first two auctions. Let me show. This is a check condition. Wow, it's on Sounds of the South. That's pretty cool, but it's a Japanese press. This is a check condition Japanese press of Leonard Skinner, Sounds of the South, and it is actually a pretty beat cover. I'm going to have to call this good plus or VG minus because the entire bottom seam is split and about half of the top seam is split. Very uncommon for a Japanese cover to look like this. It's not a gatefold either. This album was originally a gatefold. That is a Japanese press though, and it is on Sounds of the South. This is about this is probably very close to a VG plus. VG plus on this. It's not the normal standard we see for Japanese presses. We'll start that at $30. That's Leonard Skinner pronounced. I'd still say that's probably pretty tough to come by. Sounds of the South. I don't know if it was ever on MCA in Japan, but It's the first time I've seen that. I don't know if we've had too many Japanese Leonard Skinner to begin with. And then, of course, Rat out of the cellar. No Obi, but it is a, guess what? First time I'm going to say it tonight. A pristine Japanese pressing. Rat out of the cellar. No Obi. I had one person private message me the other day and asked if we could put one of these up tonight. And I was like, well, I wish I had one. But, I mean, y'all know how high in demand that is. $45 start on Rat out of the cellar. Rat, nothing in the Rat catalog is been reissued in years or pressed in years. So, all right. Bob Skaggs, it was hits, David. It was hits. So 45 on Rat, 30 on Leonard Skinner. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. Frank Zappa, Mothers of Invention, Sticks. These are all check condition. Sticks, Stephen Stills, Seals and Croft, Jackson Brown, Cannonball Adderley. I think somebody asked about this earlier. It's EX $34.99. It's on the black Mercury label. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. Rolling Stones, Get Your Yah-Yahs Out. Sticks, Elton John, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Spirit, Kindred, David Bowie, Elton John, Empty Sky, Elton John, Single Man, Tony Bennett, Ray Charles, Van Morrison, The Guess Who, The Who, Mother's Finest, James Brown, The Monkees, The New World of Leonard Nimoy, Heart, Black Oak, Arkansas, Bob Dylan. Now we got a couple questions. First is price on Sticks. Cody Chandler, the Sticks Paradise Theater was EX. It was $17.99. It is one of the etched copies. I think it has one scuff on it, keeping it from not being probably something we wouldn't even put condition notes on. So that's $17.99. Ted, the Rolling Stones, is a VG Plus, $24.99. That is the original blue London stereo label, and it looks like Alice Lowry does want Jackson Brown Running on Empty. Jackson Brown Running on Empty is sold to Alice. All right. Or excuse me, and Cody wants Sticks. Yeah, that's both right. And Ted, that's VG Plus $24.99. If you want any prices on these, just let me know. The Rolling Stones, man, this is one of the many records in here I can't believe no one bought. VG copy, $24.99. That's of Hot Rocks. Bob Dylan, Bringing It All Back Home. Robin Trower, Supertramp, Yes, Fragile, Van Morrison, and The Story of Simon Simulpath. That is $74.99. The Bob Dylan that's in here, we have two. We have Bringing It All Back Home, which is a 69 press, VG, $19.99. And Bob Dylan Highway 61 Revisited as a 65 Pittman press, VG copy, $39.99. We do have a bid on Rat. Rat's at $45 of R.M. Lazelle. The Van Morrison there's two in here. There is a actual Van Morrison album called TB Sheets. Let's see, right here, Van Morrison TB Sheets. This is a VG copy for $14.99. And then there was a 2-in-1 Van Morrison, which was them featuring Van Morrison, which is Van Morrison's first band. That's a VG Plus, $29.99. That's two albums kind of repackaged in one. So Scott Smith was actually next. He said Van Morrison again. Was that a claim, or maybe that was him needing the details again? Scott may have inquired about that. Then Randy asked again, and then the vinyl on the Yes is a VG Plus. Fragile, VG Plus $12.99. VG Plus $12.99. R.M. Lazelle has also bid $30 on Leonard Skinner. Scott passes. Randy, these are new arrivals, but if you do want them both, I'll do, let's see, 12 and 28, which would be $40 for both of them. Okay, let me grab a new crate. Let me see what's next. Some of these I went through last night, and then he priced some stuff today. So let me figure out what was the stuff maybe I've already flipped through. And actually, I'll just go through this crate right here. It looks pretty interesting. Randy says that's good. Okay, so those are both $40 to him. Somebody asked about Seals and Croft earlier too. Ron Phillips, he asked about that first. Ron, the Seals and Croft is a VG Plus, $7.99. Seals and Croft's greatest hits, $7.99. If Ron wants that, it's his. If he passes, then Jesse can get it. And Belinda said she will take the Yes Fragile. By the way, we got 2 auctions up. We got a Japanese VG Plus copy of Leonard Skinner, pronounced. This is a Japanese pressing. That's at $30. And Rat, out of the cellar, it's a near mint Japanese press, no Obi. That's at $45. That's going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to sell both of those. Ron said he will take Seals and Croft. I think I got everybody out of here that inquired about something. If you change your mind, let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and grab our next crate. Tonight is going to be all new vintage stuff. I've got 1 crate of new vinyl to flip through. I thought a lot would be delivered today. I thought a whole lot would be delivered. We only had 1 box come in. Very odd. The Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Those are going to be, I thought those would be here today because I was going to read the pre-order list, go ahead and get all those keyed in. But they didn't get delivered. So I'm thinking tomorrow. But we're traveling tomorrow to look at a collection. We've got to leave in the morning. It's a 5-hour drive. We'll probably be there a long time based on how many records it is. And then we've got to drive back. So no sale tomorrow night. But if we do end up buying this collection, and even if just a small portion of it is decent, we'll be having some great new records soon from that stuff. And but yeah, I'll keep y'all updated when we're down there what's going on. All right, let's go ahead and sell Rat. No opposition on the Rat. That's kind of surprising. Tomorrow, there'll be somebody asking if we have a copy, but we no longer do. That's sold to R.M. Lozelle for $45. And then we have this VG. The cover is, like I said, probably good plus, VG minus. I guess when a seam is completely split, it really bumps it down there. That is on the Sounds of the South. That's a Japanese press. R.M. Lozelle has that for $33. I do have more Rat, though. These are all near mint, EX Plus, near mint, new vintage arrivals. I have no idea what's in store here. We're about to find out. Robert's Cane. That's an interesting looking cover. $19.99. Or excuse me, I messed up his name. It's Kane Roberts. That makes more sense. Near mint copy, $19.99. Gold stamp promo. Boy, that guy looks like Rambo. He's got like a gun guitar. Looks pretty cool. Palace the Sentinel. Wow. Palace the Sentinel. Gold stamp promo. That's also $19.99. Another interesting record. Rare Bird, Born Again. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. And we have Willie Phoenix. Is that his name? Let's see. That is Willie Phoenix, $9.99. Brett Michael is not in. No, that got pushed back, Deborah. I don't know if you saw me comment on that post. Brett Michael, the date on that was pushed back. If you go to that post, I commented the date. Tax-free, tax-free, tax-free. Red Polydor label. That is $29.99. This is probably going to be an eclectic crate, which is sometimes good. Maniac, Too Deep, Too Peep. $9.99. Final call on the Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper is at $35 with Steve Botsford. That's going twice, going 3 times. Midnight in Paris, Duke Ellington. Columbia, 2i. Duke Ellington is $9.99. Midnight in Paris. Devin Reese wants the Kane Roberts album. Sell that to Devin Reese. Final call on Leonard Skinner. Duke Ellington at the Cotton Club. That is $9.99. And Lou Christie. Lou Christie on Buddha. I'm going to make you mine. That is $9.99. Jeff, I've got you on Duke Ellington. There's actually 2 there back to back. Let me know which one you want. I'm going to go ahead and get some new auctions started. So that means we can sell that to Steve Botsford for $35. And Jeff McMaster wanted the Duke Ellington Midnight in Paris. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Let me grab a couple new auctions. I'm probably going to go ahead and do all the Rats first. And I'll go ahead and do this Pat Ben. Oh, no. Somebody asked about the Fix. Let's do one of the other Obi-less Rats. Obi-less Rats. What a strange name. Obi-less or... All right, we have Fix the Phantoms. Fix the Phantoms. Japanese press with obi. Appears to be very nice. There's the Japanese insert. There's the Japanese lyric insert. There's another insert. There's a like poster. It almost looks like a record flip, like something you'd see as an advertising piece in the store. Of course, the vinyl is pristine, near mint Japanese vinyl. So we got that insert, this insert, that insert, this insert, and the obi with the cover. The fix is a $35 start. I'm going to put that right back here. And we have Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy, and obi-less, no obi, Japanese pressing. It does have a corner ding or a corner crease. There is the Japanese insert, and the vinyl is near mint. This is a $45 start. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy, same as the last. Fix is $35. Billy Perry's Bluegrass Jam. Billy Perry's Bluegrass Jam, $19.99 on that. We have Bobby Brown, Rock Witcha, $9.99. I think that's a 12-inch single. Danny Kerwin, former lead guitarist, vocalist, and writer for Fleetwood Mac, $19.99. Danny Kerwin. That one's in shrink wrap. Bob Madine's at $45 on Rat. W.C. Fields is $14.99. Jeff Beck and Yardbirds. Never seen that. Looks like some kind of odd compilation. Jeff Beck and Yardbirds. Where is this made at? Germany. Some kind of German pressing. It's also in a very annoying baggie of some sort. I'll just put this in a whole new sleeve. I don't even like those. I'll put that in a new sleeve in just a second. Yardbirds is $19.99. All right. The fix is Phantoms. It's got like 5 inserts with it. And that is $35 start. Arm Lazelle's at $46 on Rat. And Robert Johnson takes the Jeff Beck. We need to put a new inner sleeve. This is the original inner sleeve, but I can't stand baggy inner sleeves, especially those old Columbia ones. So we need to set that aside, please, and get a new inner sleeve for that. Bob Madine's at $47 on Rat. Zachariah soundtrack is $19.99. Vanilla Fudge. Now that's one you don't see in their catalog too often. This is sealed from 1984. Sealed, $24.99. Jeff Beck, $19.99. Jeff Beck with Bogart and a piece. This is some stuff from Atlanta because there's Steve's name. I was about to say, this is a really nice looking record. It's probably from Steve's collection. It is $19.99. By the way, Rat's at $50 now. We have Buddy Miles live, $29.99. I hadn't seen this in a while. Buddy Miles live. Red Mercury label, $29.99. All right, so if you just joined us, first Debbie Blair wants Vanilla Fudge. Let me give you an update on what's going on. We're going through new arrivals. We hadn't done new arrivals in quite some time. This is all stuff that's never been shown, never been shopped. It's all from collections. Our inventory in the back, it could be from various places all over the country where we've bought collections last year. We price them, we put them out. If you're watching for the first time, you can buy whatever you want. These are sticker price. We're also auctioning 2 records at a time tonight back here in the back, which are Japanese pressings. And you can buy whatever you want, and I will gladly sell it to you. So any first-time viewers, just let me know if you want anything. Gato, I was trying to find his last name. Gato Bariri. Maybe that's why I don't put it on there. Chapter 1, Latin America. That is $19.99. Bob's out on Rat. Arm Lazelle has that for $50. Going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to end Rat and the fix. Jackie Lomax, did you ever have that feeling? That's $14.99. San Francisco, Cold Blood, Hammer, Tower of Power, Victoria. This is that San Francisco sampler from fall of 1970. We've had that before. That's $19.99. And whoa, where did that come from? Led Zeppelin, $49.99. This is a Presswell press. It's a 69 Presswell press. It does have some cover damage. And the vinyl is about EX plus. Yeah. Well, it's not a 69. It's a 4-digit. Well, it may be, but it's I can't confirm that for sure. John just put Presswell. John just put Presswell, but I hadn't had any kind of vintage copy of that in quite some time. I think y'all can vouch for that. It's probably been months. That's about a VG cover. The vinyl looks EX Plus, and we know it is a Presswell, $49.99. Arm Lozelle, I'm going to sell that to you unless you say otherwise. I'm also going to sell Arm Lozelle Rat for $50, and if anybody wants to buy the fix, you can buy the fix. That's our first buy it now, Japanese auction of the night. That is a $35 buy it now. The fix Phantoms, $35 buy it now on that. If anybody wants the fix, $35 buy it now. Let me grab 2 new auctions. It's probably going to be our next Rat. Let's do Rat and Rainbow. Well, that's 2 R's again. Rat and Quiet Riot. Can't do back-to-back letters. It might get mixed up in the bidding. Quiet Riot, critical condition or condition critical? Condition critical. This is going to be a $45 start. It's a very nice looking near mint Japanese press. Nice cover. Obi has a insert, and the Japanese insert. This is beautiful, pristine, near mint minus Japanese vinyl. Quiet Riot, condition critical. Japanese press with Obi. $45 start on that. And we have Quiet Riot. This is Rat Dancing Undercover. Rat Dancing Undercover. This one has the Obi. Really nice cover. Also has this 2-page flip Japanese insert. It has this Japanese insert. And the vinyl is near mint Japanese quality. That is a $65 start. That one has the Obi, near mint inserts. $65 start on Rat, and we got Riot and Rat. Quiet Riot, Rat. 45, Paul Brothers in, 65 on Rat. Harry Chapman, Dance Band on the Titanic. That is $14.99. The Carpenters is $9.99. Dionne Warwick, $9.99. Alvin Lee and Mylan LaFever, On the Road to Freedom. That is $19.99. Very nice copy. I think a lot of this stuff is from Atlanta. Loud George, Thanks, I'll Eat It Here. That is $14.99. Honky Tonk Man, Johnny Horton, $9.99. Good Rats, Birth Comes to Us All, $19.99. And Alice Cooper, this one's called From the Inside. Looks to be a really nice copy. It does have a wicked punch hole down here in the cover, though. It looks like the punch hole machine was defective that day. $29.99 for Alice Cooper. I can open that up if anybody wants to see it. And Guitar Player. This looks like a guitar compilation. $19.99. Looks more like, well, it's all kind of genres on here. You got B.B. King. You got Lorindo Almeida and Joe Pass and Lee Ritenour and Larry Coryell and John Collins. That is $19.99. All right. Paul Brothers is at 45 on Quiet Riot. Going twice, going 3 times. Looking for a $65 start on Rat. Richard Davis, I've got you down for the guitar compilation. Cliff Richard, Every Face Tells a Story. That is sealed, $14.99. I still have found, I mean, it should be a very common album, but I have yet to find the one that has Devil Woman on it. I don't know why, but, or Devil Woman, yeah. I still can't find that. Rod Stewart, Every Picture Tells a Story. That's weird, because I just flipped this over on the back, and he's doing a cover of Every Picture Tells a Story, this Cliff Richard album, and then the next record is Every Picture Tells a Story. This one originally had this perforated thing that folded out. This has been torn off, but this is an original Mercury pressing, and this is probably my favorite Rod Stewart album. That one is $24.99. That's an essential. That's got some great songs on it. The Searchers, Love Melodies, is $14.99. Jeff McMaster wants Cliff Richard. Sell that to Jeff McMaster. I jumped ahead, my bad. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap is $9.99. And Andy Gibbs, Shadow Dancing, $9.99 on that. Greg Brummett, earlier you commented Led Zeppelin 1. That was very delayed, but that record's already sold. And then Edward, the Jeff Beck we had in here, it's already sold as well. Brad Faust wants Andy Gibb. Last 2 records is The Best of Donny Hathaway, $19.99. And, actually there's 2. The Jersey Giant, Volume 2. What is this? Looks like a compilation. Chuck Berry, Johnny Joe, the Shepherds, the 5 Satin, some kind of radio station comp, $9.99. And Queen Anne's Lace. Queen Anne's Lace. That is $14.99. Probably not going to do a recap. I want to go and show y'all as much new arrivals as fast as possible. So these probably next crates, I'm just going to go through them one time. And then later, we can go back through them if we need to again. But if there's something in here somebody wanted to see, let me know and I'll pull it out. But I'm going to go ahead and grab the next crate. We're just going to keep going a continuous cycle so we can go through all 8 crates of new arrivals tonight. Let's go ahead and sell Quiet Riot to Paul Brothers for $45. And if anybody wants to buy Rat, I bet there's somebody on standby. They're waiting to pull the trigger on this. $65 buy it now on Rat. Rod Stewart was $24.99 Clay. Arm Lizelle gets Rat. I had a feeling that was coming. Yeah, this has Mandolin Wind. That's a great one. Every picture tells a story, of course. Maggie May. That's like one of the greatest of all time. I Know I'm Losing You. Seems like a long time. Tomorrow's such a long time. And then he's doing a couple covers on there like That's All Right Mama, and there's something else. Arm Lizelle gets Rat. Keep on rolling. Yeah, just like REO Speedwagon. On what? 65 on Rat. 65 on Rat, Arm Lizelle. All right, next crate. Like I said, not going to go back through anything this first round, just all new arrivals. I hadn't been through these either, so these are all surprises to me. There's probably something in here I want to keep. It always happens. Let me grab our next 2 auctions. I see in Genesis, Invisible Touch, and let's go ahead and do this rainbow since I've been trying to grab that for a while. These are $45 starts. Rainbow Straight Between the Eyes and Genesis Invisible Touch. These are near mint, pristine Japanese pressings with inserts. No reason to even kind of take them apart there. They're near mint. They got the inserts with them, and that's really nice. That's a $45 start. Yeah, somebody needs to get that Rod Stewart. That's the only thing in that crate that I'm like, you definitely, this definitely needs to sell. The other stuff I think I'll need to sell too, but somebody definitely needs to get that. Greg says he wants it. I'll make sure Clay doesn't. And there is a couple other things in there. That Buddy Miles, that Danny Kerwin album. But we'll go back through them later. You better pay close attention to these crates. We're only going through them one time before I go through them again. Webb Pierce, where'd you stay last night? $9.99. Buck Owens, there he is. Tall, Dark Stranger, $9.99. Herb Albert, Magic Man, $14.99 for Herb Albert. The third Woody Allen album, $12.99. Cowboy Copus, Tragic Romance, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Roy Buchanan, second album, $29.99. That's not something we get too often. That is $29.99. That's about EX Plus on that one. And we have The Monkey, self-titled. Wow, no condition notes. Could this actually be a clean Monkeys album? It is. It's stereo, but that's not bad. It's EX Plus, $19.99. And is this Grin? I think it is. Yeah, Gone Crazy, Grin, which I think is, well, usually it says Grin featuring Niles Lofgren, but that one just says Grin, $19.99. Greg claimed Genesis, but Clay had asked about it, and he does say he wants it. So that goes to Clay Moore. Rod Stewart goes to Clay Moore. Greg, you were technically second. Belinda is in on Genesis at $45. That's going once, going twice. Edward Star Wars wants B.O., and that was Buck Owens. That goes to Ed. Arm Lizelle, Genesis already has a $45 start. And same thing for Rainbow, looking for a $45 start. I'm going to try to show y'all as many new arrivals as I possibly can tonight. This is a Russian Elvis. This is $19.99. It's one of these that's actually all in Russian, so I can't tell you a lot except what I can make out. It says, "That's all right, Elvis Presley." Some kind of Russian comp. I'm sure it's in English, though. I don't think he ever recorded anything. Wow, that's cool. Ginger Baker, Pop History Volume 3. Ginger Baker, this is a Spanish record, $29.99. Ginger Baker, the drummer for the band Cream. And then he had a lot of famous big solo albums, too. Thunderclap Newman, Hollywood Dream. It has a promo sticker. It is. This is a white label promo. Thunderclap Newman, hit song. There's some, well, Is it on here? Yeah, Something in the Air. Something in There. That's a white label promo, $34.99. Robert Johnson on JB. JB. What was JB? Hold on a second. We had Thunderclap Newman. We have Ginger, probably Ginger Baker, but that says JB. Maybe he meant GB. So that's his. And John Young wants Thunderclap Newman. Okay, GB. Okay, I thought so. Genesis, Final Call. Going twice, going three times for $45. Touch and Go with the Critters, not the Crickets, the Critters. $39.99. $39.99. We have a Spencer Davis Group product. That is $19.99. Spencer Davis Group Gulliga or Gulligo. That's $19.99. Exposed 2, a cheap peek at today's provocative new rock. That's a kind of Warner Brothers sampler, $24.99. The Status Symbol in the Morning. That is a 1967 sealed copy. That is $24.99. Elvis Legendary Performer Picture Disc, 1978. That is a sealed Elvis Picture Disc, $19.99. And Elvis in Concert, that is $19.99. Who do we have here? It doesn't look like there's anything written on the cover. Bobby Darin, $24.99. John needs to put back Thunderclap Newman. That's fine. That's only a $5 restocking fee. So we'll just randomly add $5 to your next record. Kevin Willis, or if you put something back, you get a free Pablo Cruz record. Ah, that will keep John from doing putbacks. Kevin Willis wants RB. RB was something. Roy Buchanan, maybe? Right here, Kevin. If that's what you wanted, it's sold to him. And Thunderclap Newman still available. That's a white label promo, $34.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Belinda Genesis for $45. That's probably my favorite Genesis album. And then if anybody wants to buy Rainbow, as David Howard said earlier, that has their hit song Stone Cold on it. Nothing to do with the wrestler. That's a Japanese press. $45. Buy it now. Let me grab two new ones over here. Let's see. Let's do a country LP. I've never had a Japanese Porter. Japanese Porter Wagner. And we'll mix it in with Tears for Fears. I don't think the music could get any different. Tears for Fears and Porter Wagner. Wow. We have a diverse genre mix of music on here. Porter Wagner, the very best of Porter Wagner. RCA Country Music Collection from Japan. The vinyl on this one is VG Plus. Has the OB. That's a $25 start. VG Plus on that one. And Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. This is a $65 start. This is an essential in all ways. The album, this particular pressing, all around, $65 start. All right. Witch Naked Eyes, it's the one that has There's Always Something to Remind Me. It's, I don't know the name of that one, but it's on that one. It may be self-titled. The Rainbow is Near Mint. This is Near Mint Pristine. Cover, OB, insert, that's a top copy. John, $45. Okay, back to the new arrivals. Marshall Tucker Band's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Marshall Tucker Band's Greatest Hits, that's $24.99. Looking back, Stevie Wonder. This is a 3LP career compilation of Stevie Wonder. That's an essential. Stevie Wonder's probably tied with Marvin Gaye as my favorite, probably Motown artist. $34.99 on that. And Dr. Hook's Greatest Hits, $19.99. Dr. Hook's Sometimes You Win is $14.99. And Johnny Rivers' Borrowed Time, $9.99. John Mincemoyer said he will take the Rainbow for $45. Sell that to John Mincemoyer. Neil Young, Live Rust, $39.99. The Best of Buck Owens, Volume 3, $9.99. 38 Special is $24.99. Up here on the Japanese auction block, we've got Tears for Fears, $65 start. It's a near mint copy. And Porter Wagner's a VG Plus on the vinyl, $25 start on that. Tommy Flowers takes Buck Owens. We've got George Thorogood Maverick. That is $19.99. The Dirt Band. This is $14.99. Procol Harum, A Salty Dog. $19.99 for Procol Harum. So this is a Music for Pleasure pressing of their album, which is technically a reissue, and that is $19.99. Tom Dearlove is at $65 on Tears for Fears. Thank you. Elvis, This one's called Elvis. It's a 2LP, $19.99. The Best of the Cow Seals. That is $14.99. The Radiators, Work Done on Premises. The New Orleans Radiators. $39.99, 1980. That's interesting. Richard Bedford on GT. That's George Thorogood. And we have Donovan in concert in shrink wrap. He's in concert and he's in shrink wrap. $14.99. Edward Star Wars on Radiators. That's not something I've never seen before. $65 on Tears for Fears. Tom Dearlove. That's going twice, going 3 times to him. And the Best of Porter Wagner is at $25. We're looking for that as a start. If it doesn't get a bid, we'll make it a buy it now. Stacy wants Donovan. And we've got Donovan Hear Me Now. That one's $14.99. Donovan Early Treasures. I can't say I've seen this one before. It's a Bale promotional copy. $14.99. Donovan Early Treasures. The Bee Gees, Spirits Having Flown. $9.99. Here at Last, the Bee Gees Live. $14.99. Rod Stewart Camouflage. That's in shrink wrap with Hop Sticker. That's $14.99. And Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. Hey, this one's got the Hop Sticker, Tonight's Tonight. I've probably had 1,000 copies of this. I've never seen the Tonight's Tonight Hop Sticker on that one. $14.99. That's a very popular album, though. Does this one have The Killing of Georgie on it, too? First Cut's the Deepest. Tonight's the Night. Yeah, The Killing of Georgie, Part 1 and 2. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, let's go ahead and end these auctions. Tom Dearlove, in my opinion, you got a steal and you got an amazing album there. Tears for Fears is sold to him. $65. And if anybody wants Porter, hey Porter, that's a $25 buy it now. VG Plus on that vinyl. We're going to keep it, no bid on Porter, but I'll try another country LP. We'll go a little bit more outlawish and try some Waylon. I know this one's popular, Music Man, because it has the Dukes of Hazzard theme song on it, but it's also a check condition. Waylon Jennings, Music Man. Now, when I say check condition on this Japanese stuff, it's still going to be really nice. So, yeah, it just has some kind of weird scuffing. Yeah, it has like a needle drop right there. Definitely non-feelers, you know, no gouges, anything like that. It's VG Plus Japanese. But, man, what a nice cover. I mean, really cool obi on that one. That's a $25 start. And then we have Y&T Earth Shaker. Y&T, that's going to be a $35 start for Y&T Earth Shaker. $35 start on that. Next is Rod Stewart Smiler. $14.99 for Rod Stewart Smiler. So I think my analytics on YouTube told me that most of y'all, the most common channel that I think we subscribe to, that our followers subscribe to, is the In Groove out in Arizona. And Mike's watched one of our shows before. I actually sent him an email the other day, yesterday, because he was talking about Rod Stewart albums, I guess out there in Arizona. In one of his videos, he said he had trouble finding near mint Rod Stewart albums. And then I started looking at some of ours, and they're really actually hard to find dead mint. And I kind of told John that here at the store, and he started looking at them. He's like, well, that's kind of true. It's, for some reason, even though these are all like multi-platinum albums, finding truly mint Rod Stewart albums, when you try to find them, they're not, you know, maybe not as common. So, but I thought that was interesting, because I really didn't, I mean, we have hundreds and hundreds of Rod Stewart albums, but when you do try to actually find one stone dead mint, you kind of have to start looking. Rod Stewart and Faces Live. So I think John went to the back and he dug up some nice Rod Stewart albums for us, like this one. I mean, this one is near mint. Rod Stewart and Faces Live, Coast to Coast, $24.99. Rod Stewart and Faces, $24.99. I think a couple of y'all live out in Arizona and maybe go to that store out there. I'd like to go out there one day. Let's see. Kevin Hughes. What did I miss? Kevin Hughes is at $25 on Waylon. Thank you. R.M. Lazelle wants... actually, I missed something. Kevin Hughes on Waylon. Toby Grimm takes the Porter Wagner. That's $25. And R.M. Lazelle does want the Thunderclap Newman promo. Yeah, There's Something in the Air is a great song. So that is sold to him. Carol Seeley wants the Rod Stewart and Faces Live. That's a really nice copy of that. And Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. That is $24.99. Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. All right, new crate. Told you I wasn't going to go back through them, so if there's something in there you wanted, you should get it. Here's a couple things I'm surprised didn't sell. The Stevie Wonder comp, the Marshall Tucker's Greatest Hits. What else was in here? The Monkees album, being as nice as it was. New crate. I got the stuff I posted on Facebook earlier. I got to go grab that and show all that as a quick bite now. Let's go ahead and sell Waylon Jennings to Kevin Hughes. Has Kevin bought from us before? Kevin, let me know if you're a first-time buyer. You do get the Waylon Jennings for $25, and if anybody wants Y&T, that is a $35 buy now for Y&T. Jack says price and quality on Elvis was there too. Yeah, there was an Elvis 2-in-1 double pack, and then there was this Elvis here. We have Elvis, which is this I've seen a bunch of these. I think this was put out after, no, this came out in 73. I thought this came out after he died. But blue RCA Special Products label. No condition notes on that one. And then a Legendary Performer Volume 3 picture disc is sealed. Those are $19.99 each. Kevin's a first-time buyer. Just found you today. Thank you. We do have a Facebook ad. I looked down a while ago and we had 201 viewers. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good for an unadvertised sale, especially starting late. However, I do have an ad running right now all across the country saying we buy records. So we probably do have some people who catch our ad and then they, that ad is popping up in people's timelines and then they click our page. They probably see that we're live and they're like, what the heck is this guy doing? What is all this? He's selling records like a madman. And that's how we find new customers. So thank you, Kevin. Welcome. What we'll do is we will send you an invoice on Monday. We kind of have an open box policy here that goes for 7 days. It's it's this one. It's like a week-to-week shipping charge, of $7. So our first sale this week is on Monday. Our last sale will be on Saturday. You can buy anything you want all week for $7, and then we'll invoice you, and we will ship to you after you pay. Now, keep in mind, we're a small business. We do have 9 people who work here, but we got one man. That's Mr. Doug Page. He does all of our shipping, so we don't do next day shipping by no means, but we will get it out to you, we promise. We have a lot of customers and a lot of orders, so thanks everybody. But he packs very delicately. We pack very professionally, and it takes a lot of time to get everybody's orders picked, pulled, packed, weighed, taped, and shipped. So essentially, thank you, welcome, and make sure you message our page with your information. Pat Benatar, this is a Japanese pressing. We have, it says cover mark. Oh, right here, this right here. So let's show this. I think this is pristine vinyl. This is Pat Benatar live from Earth, near mint Japanese pressing. We have the Obi. It does have this like mark here on the cover. That's about the only thing we can really find wrong with this one. And it has the Japanese insert. Pat Benatar is going to be a $35 start. I've never had that one, I don't think. $35 start on that. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any new comments. Newbie, just found you today. Timothy, Marshall Tucker's Greatest Hits was $24.99. Scott Snee wants the Y&T for a $35 buy now. That's so to Scott Snee. Have you found Van Morrison's Feed-In Fleece? No, that's usually an instant seller when it does pop up, though. Calvin, we've already sold Y&T. Elvis in concert, too. Jack, there may be that one in there. Let me look right quick. Sounds great. Picked, pulled, and packed. That's an autobiography waiting to happen. That's the autobiography about Chad Williams and his record store. Okay, hey, look, another OG. I think I did determine this yellow Obi is the OG press of Song Remains the Same. For some reason, we've had a few of these in recently. We've sold every one of them. Same thing for this. This is a near mint copy. $75 start. This one has the book with it. It's 2 LPs. And this is something I don't say too often for a Led Zeppelin record, but I do with these Japanese pressings. This is pristine. Pristine Japanese vinyl, 2 LP. There's the book. There's technically the insert. Nice cover. Obi. And that is a $75 start. $75 start on that. And Timothy said he will take the Marshall Tucker. Sorry, I'm not going back through everything, but I wanted to show y'all as many of these new arrivals before, especially since we started late, as possible. It's trying to go through everything one time. And then Jack, there was one more, Elvis in Concert. Elvis in Concert is $19.99. Jack, if you are interested in one of those, let me know. If you're interested in all three, I'll cut you a break on the prices and make you a bundle deal. If there's ever like 4 or 5 records maybe somebody's interested in by the same artist, we could go through a crate and there could be 5 of the same artist in one crate and you're interested in all of them. On new arrivals, I will cut you a break on the price. All right, we have Little River Band Sleeper Catcher. That is $9.99. The Mini Moods of Tony. Tony Bennett's, I was about to say in shrink wrap. Tony is sealed. $19.99 for Tony Bennett. Let me fight with these records for a second. Little River Band, Tony Bennett sealed. Jack says $50 for the 3 Elvis records. Sell those to Jack. The current Japanese auctions we have up are Pat Benatar and Led Zeppelin, $35 and $75. Wow, George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. Didn't know we had one of these coming tonight. This is a $44.99. Let's see what's all in it. Should be 3 LPs. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. There's LP number 3, and it does have the George Harrison poster with it. Very nice. I was hoping one day I could find an extra one of these and have it framed. But I've yet, and sometimes when I do have one, but that's a cool poster. But I hate pulling posters out that go in albums and not leaving them in there, unless it's something I guess I'm keeping. So Mark Shelton's already all over that. $44.99 for George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. John, you were second inquiring about the labels. Coleman Hawkins is $14.99. We have 1010. 1010. That's a white Atco label. 1010 self-titled, $19.99. King of Kings from the original motion picture score. Ben-Hur Else. Wow, very interesting. That is $14.99. And Pumping Vinyl. I think this is a compilation. It is. This is another one of those Warner Brothers compilations. $24.99. Funkadelic, Larry Graham, Larry Carlton, Third World, Fortune. That's some of the artists on that side. And 1010 was $19.99. This side here is Van Morrison, Donna Fargo, Carlene Carter, Willie Hutch, Todd Rundgren. Stacy says that's a great comp. Cab Calloway, $24.99. Cool Mo D. Is this an actual album? We have finally found a full Cool Mo D album. Usually they're all singles. This one's $19.99. Looks like it has a little bit of cover damage along the bottom. And in this corner, Art Blakey. Mr. Blakey, $19.99. Jazz drummer, $19.99 on that. And Carly Simon Spy, $9.99. Jeff McMaster first to Cool Mo D. I feel like that was a bargain. UJ Miller was second. Richard, you were third. If anybody wants to buy Pat Benatar, you can buy it now for $35. I'm going to keep moving on because we got other ones to show, and I think I'm going to go back through. If we go through this crate, which we may have time, I'll start going through older ones and reducing prices. And, of course, somebody needs to be all over Led Zeppelin. 2 LP, near mint, Japanese press with Obi, complete, $75. If you don't have this in your Zeppelin collection, this is one you need to go ahead and just say, I'll take it. Because, 1, it's Led Zeppelin, and 2, it's a really nice copy. Sell that to Toby Grimm. And Edward wants to see the label for Art Blakey. Label for Art. In this corner, spelt with a K, and it's a white Concord Jazz label, CG-68, 1978 Concord Jazz. $75 to Toby Grimm. Straub's Hero and Heroine, $14.99. Straub's Ghost, $14.99. Straub's Burning for You. I've had a lot of Straub's albums. I don't know if I've had too many copies of Burning for You. That may be the first. $19.99. Let me go grab some new auctions. Let's see. Let's do Best of Three Dog Night and Best of Boss Skaggs. Some 70s big hitters. Three Dog Night and Boss Skaggs. They sold a lot of records. The Best of Three Dog Night, which is called Joy to the World, Three Dog Night's Greatest Hits. This is some great music. I mean, it's great stuff. Let's see, what's some of my favorites on here? Anytime there's a copy of this and I'm trying to find something to play, I'll put this on. Of course, Joy to the World, one old-fashioned love song. Let Me Serenade You, one of my favorites. And the number one is probably Shambhala. But those two, tracks 5 and 6, probably my favorite Three Dog Night songs. This is EX. It's very, very close to Near Mint Minus. It has the Obi. That's a $35 start. And the best of Boz Scaggs. I don't think we've had this before on Japanese vinyl. That's in shrink wrap, has the Obi. And let's see what kind of inserts comes with Boz. He's near mint, pristine. I can't quite call Joy to the World pristine, but I can with Boz. There's the original inner sleeve with lyrics. There's the Japanese insert. The vinyl on this one is pristine. Boz Scaggs Hits. Yep, that one's nice. Covers and shrink wrap of Obi. $35 start for that. If you are new to our Japanese stuff, the best way I can sum it up is a Japanese record is a better quality. That's why you see them demand a little bit more money. They're very collectible because of their nature with the Obis and just their quality. I mean, to me, I like the way they sound. And I think what's really attractive is this piece of art. I mean, the Japanese language, especially if it's not native to you, it looks like art. And so when you combine it with this really cool Obi, with some of your favorite albums, it's really cool. I'm a Rush fan. It's very difficult to find these Rush albums with Obis. I sold one the other night that I'm regretting. That Power Windows that we sold to Scott Smith. I tried to get online and find another one. You can't find one for under $100, you know. So certain things, especially in the United States, those are very, I mean, you have to import them from Japan. So very good stuff here. $35 starts on those. The greatest hits of Stan Getz. Edward said sold, and he sold on the Art Blakey. Sold that to Ed. Doctor's Ebo, we've already sold the Led Zeppelin. It sold for $75. The greatest of Stan Getz. That is $19.99. That's on the Roost label. The best of Stan Getz. Again, this is a 2LP on Verve. $24.99. And Donald Byrd and 125th Street, New York City. Donald Byrd, $24.99. That's got that, I call it Marvin Gaye looking artwork because he used that on one of his covers. Ernie Barnes, I think, is the artist. Is that what that says? Yeah, Ernie Barnes, $24.99. Jeff McMaster wants Straub's Hero. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Mark Shelton on SG. I think that was Stan Getz. There are two of them in here, Mark. There's the best of Stan Getz and the greatest. The best and the greatest. And if you pass on one of those, Ed is next, and then Stereo wants the Verve. Donald Byrd, Sinatra is $14.99. Charlie Rich, Songs for Beautiful Girls, $9.99. Charlie Rich, Lonely Weekends, $9.99. Grover Washington Jr., Strawberry Moon is $9.99. And Kansas Point of No Return. Hadn't seen that in a while. And all those, how many Kansas bundles and Kansas records have been in discount bins? This one, their first album, and Leftover are usually gone out of the new arrivals. That's $19.99. Okay, back up to the top. Mark was first, and he wants the greatest of Stan Getz. So Mark got that one. And then Edward, you were no, he said Straub's. Excuse me. I just looked at that and thought, I didn't even read that. Never mind. So Stereo gets that one. That goes to Mark Shelton. This one goes to Stereo. Travis Tidmore, first on the Donald Byrd. That appeared to be a very nice copy, by the way, in shrink wrap. It is. It appears to be like unplayed. That is sold to Travis. And let's see. Did you say Rush? I did, but I don't have anything for sale. I actually was on eBay. I scrolled forever. I just searched Rush under like entertainment collectibles. I was trying to find a Neil Peart autograph, just kind of curious what they sell for. And there's actually a charity auction going on there right now. There's a Neil Young poster, a promotional poster for Anatomy of a Drum Solo. It's signed and authenticated. Man, it's already up to like $1,200, I think. Or maybe that's the drum head. There's a company on there selling a lot of Neil Peart autograph stuff. Super pricey. I was trying to find anything. I was going to buy some posters, t-shirts, some kind of Rush collectible. I couldn't find anything that I considered a deal. Everything was expensive. Even t-shirts from Like the Roll the Bones tour was like $125. And I was like, man, that's why when you go to concerts, buy those t-shirts for $55, because probably in about 10 years, they'll be $155. Okay, RM Lazelle takes Kansas. And Kevin says, if you still have that Mono Jefferson airplane, I'll take it for $140. Sold. That is in that high-end bin right in front of Seth where it says Long Blondes. And Seth also, that gray crate that has that third eye blind that kind of looks like, I thought it was Marilyn Manson. But there's some records in that gray crate to your left. Those were the ones that were on eBay. I need those, please. All right, let's keep showing. So Grover Washington Jr., Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon, 1999. Brom, oh my gosh, I don't like this guy's name. Tchaikovsky, that's my best effort. Funland, he is $9.99. And the Mamas and Papas, People Like Us. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. I think they were forced to make that record. That may be right. The Jigsaw Scene, Shortcut Through the Clown Alley. Wow, what's that called? Shortcut Through the Clown Alley. That sounds scary. $14.99. The Facebook records are in that gray crate, I'm pretty sure. No, behind, it's in the stack. No, to your right, that gray crate. To your left. That one, yeah. Did you find, and the Jefferson airplane's in the high-end bin. It has an airplane on the cover. It's Jefferson Airplane. How fitting. Okay, Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy, 1999. Country Music, Time Life, Elvis Presley, $9.99. Barbara's Power, that is $14.99. And Loop, that's the name of the artist. Looks very 90-ish. Loop is, what is Loop? I don't know. July of 88. Steve Miller Band, $24.99. Boy, this one's heavy. Original, that's why. You don't see, usually when you pull this out, it's on a reissue label. That's on the original Capitol label, $24.99 on that. Bert Jordan wants the Elvis Time Life. Time for some new auctions. Three Dog Night is a $35 buy it now, if anybody wants that. It's EX on the vinyl. And the Best of Boz Scaggs is also a $35 buy it now. Lowdown, Lido Shuffle, all those great Boz Scaggs songs are on that one. That's a $35 buy it now on those two. Donald Fagen, Walter Becker, and Deanie Diaz. Wow, I hadn't seen this in a while. $34.99. If you recognize those first two names, those are members of Steely Dan. I didn't know we had that. $34.99 on that. Jerry Lee Lewis, Breathless. This is a 2LP Jerry Lee Lewis comp, $19.99. And Rick Nelson Souvenirs. That is sealed, $19.99. People Like Us was a contractional album. They weren't even in the studio. Not a bad album, though. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew there was something kind of odd about that. But, Kevin, I've got you down for Jefferson Airplane. Thank you. That mono, I've got you down for that. So thank you. And thank you. Thank you and thank you. A Bubba Bash coming new. That's what it's called, Jody. Bubba Bash. That's exactly what that's called. I think if you search that on eBay, you can see all those items. But I was highly interested in that autographed poster, but I'm sure that's going to go for something kind of crazy. Did somebody want this? Walter Becker, WB. I think Ed wants that. Edward Star Wars. RM Lazelle on the Mamas and Papas. Right here. That's a nice copy. I mean, it's near mint. That's sold to RM Lazelle. And Steve Zyman gets the Boz Scaggs for a $35 buy it now. All right. So I found some stuff from that collection we've had for a while. This is a perfect circle. I'll just put these up for auction because I don't think I've ever had this. John's got it priced, but I don't know a lot about it. We'll put this up for a $25 start. This is a perfect circle. Eat the Elephant. I thought it was, when I first, I was kind of unfamiliar with it till I figured out what it was, but I thought it was a Marilyn Manson album, but it's not. It's a perfect circle, which is a Maynard from, Tool and all that. Anyway, $25 start. This is a near mint copy in shrink wrap. $25 start on that. And let Let's see. I think the rest of these from that post I'll do the Clash right quick. The Clash down at the Casbah Club. I have to think of the song. The Clash is, I don't know. I guess this is an unofficial. The Clash down at the Casbah Club, or the Return of Tory Crimes. This is a 1982. It says for fan club use only. 1982. It's a 2LP. Looks like live. Unofficial. And John said there may be something. He says there's some bubbles in the dead wax. Yeah, so there's some of these, like, it's a bootlegged album. It's not the best vinyl, just so you know. It's a bootleg quality record. The Clash. That's a $45 start. So it is an unofficial live Clash album, $45. That's definitely from Steve's collection in Atlanta, I would have to say. Let's check out Perfect Circle, black or white vinyl. You know, that's a good question. There's an insert with it. There is the download card, and this is on black vinyl. Let me check the other disc. Wow, that looked kind of, I thought it was etched. No, it's just black vinyl. And this one's also, yes, that is black vinyl. A Perfect Circle is black vinyl. So we have a $25 bid on that, and we're looking for a $45 bid on the live Clash. Okay, Elvis, How Great Thou Art, $9.99. Pat Travers, Heat in the Street, $19.99. Gina Raven, Urban Desire, $14.99. Fresh Raspberries is $24.99. Raspberries, that has the hype sticker, Go All the Way. That is $24.99. That's a nice copy. Is this the one? Hey, it has a scratch and sniff sticker. Wow, it still smells like raspberries. I'm not joking either. That is near mint, and it smells like raspberries. That is $24.99. We have another raspberry starting over. This one has the poster with it, $24.99. We got 3 nice raspberries records there. Cat is $19.99. Orange RCA label, $19.99 for Cat. And the Barracuda's House of Kicks. House of Kicks. That is a 1983 UK pressing, $14.99. And Humble Pie. That's possibly their first record. It is a reissue label, but it is in shrink wrap. Humble Pie is $24.99. Jeff Dedman is at $30 on A Perfect Circle. Jeff Dedman's at $30 on that. We had Robert Johnson, $25. Jeff's at $30. And Mick LaFoot put first. He's saying I first saw Rush Lansing 74. Wow, that's early. Carol Puckett wants Humble Pie, and Sherry Darnell wants Raspberries All the Way. Sherry, if you hadn't bought that, I would have kept that for 2 reasons. One, it's a near mint copy. What the heck? Bug? Yeah, it was not a pretty looking one either. What the heck happened to it?
It's on the other side of the card now.
Do you see it?
No, you're going to have to.
Okay. We need to kill that. All right. Sorry, I got scared by a bug. Or a spider, one of the two. That's a distraction. So Carol Puckett got Humble Pie. Sherry Darnell on Raspberries Go All the Way. What I was saying is that has the hype sticker. I love hype stickers. That is sold to Sherry Darnell. And Stacy, Humble Pie is already sold. So A Perfect Circle's $30, looking for a $45 start on Clash. We have Martha Vella's Escape from Babylon, $14.99. Martha Vella's Escape from Babylon. Is that what that says? Yeah, $14.99. John Mayall's Blues Breakers Crusade, $24.99. John Mayall's Blues Breakers Crusade. That's a nice copy. $24.99. And John Mayall Blues Giant. This appears to be a 1970 German pressing, 2LP, $39.99. John Mayall's Blues Giant with Peter Green, Mick Taylor, Keith Hartley, and John McVie. Wow. $39.99. Walt says, if the other 2 Raspberry records still available, I will take them. Sell those to Walt. By the way, final call on a perfect circle. Jeff Edmonds at $30. And I'll go ahead and end the Clash. If anybody wants that for $45, you can buy the Clash right now. RJ Myers, I've got you down for Mayall. Let me know if you want Blues Giant or Blues Crusade. Yes, Tales from Topographic Oceans. This is a white label promo. Side 2 is a VG Plus. The other 3 sides are near mint. There's the side that's VG Plus. It has these 2 needle drops in it. Other than that, it's a white label promo with the promo sticker and hop sticker. Yes, it's $24.99. Sherry Darnell wants to Clash. Tanner, that was $45. And we've got Zorro. Songs about Zorro. VG Plus, $19.99. And other TV heroes. This is from the official Mickey Mouse Club. You also got Davy Crockett on there and Cheyenne. That's a VG Plus, $19.99. And An American Prayer. Jim Morrison, music by The Doors. This is a VG Plus, $24.99. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sell a perfect circle. I'm going to slip that download card right in here so we don't lose it. And that is a $35 sale price to Jeff, or excuse me, $30 to Jeff Dedman. RJ, both of them. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll do technically new right. Let's see, 10. That would make that 37. But I'll do 20 on this one. So total $8 off. That would be $57. And the sticker on them are $65. $57 for both. The sticker is $65. This one I've never seen before. This German with this lineup, Peter Green, which I think some of those people played on most of his records, but it's really cool seeing that on the cover. John McVie, Peter Green, Keith Hartley. And Mark Cunningham wants the Yes promo copy. Zorro, The Doors, that's usually gone. And Honky Chateau, Elton John. This is an OG uni label, $29.99. RJ said deal for both. That's $57. Whitesnake, Ready and Willing. Ready and Willing. That is $34.99. The vinyl is near mint. The cover is about a VG Plus. It has a lot of, not a lot of wear, but it does have some wear on it. But the vinyl's near mint. Very nice copy. That's sold to Calvin Ward. Sonny Boy Williamson and the Yardbirds. This is actually, it's $49.99. It's a white label promo. Vinyl is about EX, but it is a white label promo. White label promo. Somebody wrote their name. Mike something on the label. Steve Merkel gets The Doors. Sell that to Steve Merkel. Faces. The Best of Faces. Snakes and Ladders. $24.99. That's Rod Stewart and Faces. That's their hits. $24.99. Charlie Rich Greatest Hits. $9.99. John Mayall Blues, Jazz Blues Fusion. This is sealed. A UK pressing. Sealed UK pressing. $39.99. Bow Thy Head. Webb Pierce. Boy, this looks like it's brand new. Decca, $9.99. And Chad and Jeremy, Yesterday's Gone, includes a summer song. I like that one. Chad and Jeremy, summer song, $9.99. Edward says Elton John condition. Let's take a look at it. Of course, you know, this has this thing here always has a little wear where it's like an envelope type deal. You have to pop it open. I don't have any condition notes on it, but let's take a look at it closely. Off to a good start. Very nice tied inner sleeve. And yeah, just not really, you know, this is one of those that I can't call pristine, but it's not a check condition record. These are the ones I call EX Plus. EX Plus on this one. I'll lay that right over here. Rocket Man. That's a good one. All right, so Doors, I got that. Elton John, I just showed that. Who plays on the Mayall? The lineup on the Mayall record, I will read you what I can. It says perform and recorded live in Boston and New York. Blue Mitchell trumpet, Clifford Solomon saxes, Larry Taylor bass guitar, Ron Silico percussion, John Mayall, of course, harmonica, guitar, piano, and Freddie Robinson on guitar. That's a sealed UK press, $39.99. Edward said he is sold on Elton John. Next is Brent Rabley, Yardbirds and Faces bundle. That would be this one and that one. And I'll do about the same deal I did earlier. So we'll make this one 10%, 10%. So that would be 45 on that. We'll say 22 on that. That's 47, $67. And that would be a total of $7 off. Nice records. That's a white label promo. And that's in shrink wrap. Very sought after titles. Next comment was David Howard. What is Zorro? Zorro is a VG Plus 1999. VG Plus 1999. It's called Songs About Zorro and Other TV Heroes. So it's like a Disney comp. It's got all these different Disney, mostly Western type characters, theme songs. VG Plus 1999. Anybody else? Carol, Faces is pending, and it is actually sold to Brent and Tanner. I think I said 67 for those two. Sell those to Brent. All right, let me grab a new crate. We will keep the show rolling. I've still got still got 5 more crates to go through. We're not even recapping. If I was going back through these, we wouldn't get anywhere near done, especially starting an hour late, but let's just keep going. I got a whole new crate of unshopped vintage arrivals. Let me grab our next Japanese auctions. There's still some stuff over here. We still got a third of a crate left. Let's see, there's a foreigner. Let's do, well, there's 3 foreigners. Let's do a foreigner and a Toto. I've sold a lot of Toto Japanese 4s, but I hope everybody has one. It's another kind of essential. I also have foreigner double vision. No condition notes. This is a near mint Japanese press. Glossy cover, Obi, Japanese insert, and this is near mint. Pristine, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Foreigner, double vision, Japanese, $35 start, and we need a $45 start on Toto, or as y'all say it's pronounced, Toto. There's the flip. Wow, this has something I've never seen in one. Toto session list. Wow. There's another like insert. I don't know what that is. Toto session list. That's interesting. So that's a $45 start. Toto, that's an insert in that. Toto, or as y'all say, Toto. Very odd, but okay. $45 start on that. Mark needs to put back Stan Getz. I think there was somebody else wanting that one, but we will figure that one out. Mark Shelton needs to put back Stan Getz. Grant's in on Toto. Foreigner's a $35 start. New bin. We have Foreigner. Again, this is called Records. This is a check condition bin. This is a VG Plus. This is essentially Foreigner's greatest hits. Let me get the jukebox label centered. Cold as Ice, Double Vision, Head Games, Hot Blooded. That's a VG Plus, $19.99. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, VG copy, $9.99. Original Broadway cast album to Grease, all new 50s rock and roll musical, Grease. VG Plus, $14.99. Kevin Kubina, first to Foreigner. Here's the Stan Getz that just got put back. If anybody wants it, it's $19.99. That was a near mint record. The greatest of Stan Getz on Royal Roost. Kevin got Foreigner. Toto's at $50, looking for a $35 start on Double Vision Japanese. Meet the Beatles, a VG copy, $19.99. Boy, how many variants of this album are out there? A lot. This is actually a mono, which should be like an OG. It certainly looks like it. This is a VG copy, $19.99. $19.99. Demon, The Unexpected Guest, a VG copy, $19.99. Demon, The Unexpected Guest, 1982, VG copy from France, $19.99. Another Hot Rocks, another VG Hot Rocks, as most of them are. I've told y'all before, the population of Hot Rocks, original presses, near mint, low population, very tough to find. VG copies, there's thousands of them out there. We probably have 20 or 30 just waiting in the back. But if you don't have this, not a bad Stones comp to get you started. Has all of their classic hits from 64 to 71, which in my opinion was the best of the Stones. So $24.99 on that. Brandon Butler takes the Beatles. Doctors Ebo wants the Boz Skaggs, and Greg Hagewood's at 35 on Foreigner. 35 on Foreigner, going twice, going 3 times to Greg, and Grant's at 55 on Toto. Mike, if you're out, please let me know, or you can keep bidding. MASH, the original soundtrack recording. VG Plus, $14.99 on MASH. Wishbone Ash, Pilgrimage, VG Plus, $14.99. Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees with lots of other people doing the Sgt. Peppers. This is the second one we've had of these tonight. That's a VG copy, $9.99. Aerosmith's on here, Alice Cooper, Earth, Wind & Fire. That's the movie soundtrack. Eurythmics in shrink wrap and hot sticker. The vinyl, though, is VG. VG Eurythmics, $9.99. I had a bottle of water I was working on well before the show started. Is it still over here? Or has it got mixed in with everybody else's? Okay. I may have finished it off, or I laid it somewhere. I'll just grab a new one. Or it's on, I don't know. I'll just grab a new one. Do we have any new Funkos we can show? I know we've got some new ones in. We might want to gather those. We got the new Thor one in, which I accidentally I forgot I had this pre-ordered. I accidentally just ordered 3 more of these last night, so now we're going to have lots of extras. I bet somebody might want her. I got new Game of Thrones. I'll show a couple. Oh, the Jimi Hendrix over there. We hadn't shown those since we got a restock. Here, these are new releases. Game of Thrones, Syrax, and Viserys Targaryen. Sorry, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but those are new releases from Funko, $14.99. House of Dragon. We've got Joan Jett. That's my only Joan Jett, and these are back. These are back ordered. And that's Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. That one's $14.99. And then this is a new one, which I think is really cool. It's Thor. These are $24.99. Journey into Mystery. And that comic book is like the first appearance of Thor. That was like his first comic book there. And that is $24.99. That's a cool one. There's Thor. Kind of replica there for his first comic book appearance. That is $24.99. And Debbie Blair wants Joan Jett. Richard Davis wants the Demon record. Let me go ahead and lay that on top. Sell that to Richard Davis. Debbie Blair wants Joan Jett. I do have Iron Maidens. I have like 3 still left, 3 different ones, and also that set that they've had 4 different ones they've recently released. They're actually putting it out in a 4-in-1 pack, all glow in the dark. So if you bought all those individually, now they're putting them all together, but they're making them glow in the dark. So a new variant for the Iron Maiden collectors. Frank Sinatra, Love is a Kick. That's a VG Plus, $9.99. Captain Fantastic, EX, $19.99. Elton John, Captain Fantastic, and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. That's $19.99. The Lovin' Spoonful, Do You Believe in Magic? That's a VG Plus, $7.99 for the Lovin' Spoonful, Do You Believe in Magic? And the Best of Sticks, VG Plus, $12.99. These are all check condition. Best of Sticks, VG Plus, $12.99. Different Strokes is a Columbia compilation, VG Plus, $9.99. And Blind Faith, Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker. This one's EX, $32.99. Not bad. Pretty close to a near mint record. $32.99 on that. Greg wants Elton John. Let's go ahead and sell Toto. Toto is sold to Grant Peltzer for $55. And Greg, you get Foreigner for $35. $55 and $35 on that. R. Moselle first on Sticks. Clay, you were second. We need to get Rydell Martin Wednesday with CeeLo Funko. I need to get that one. Okay, let's do Naked Eyes and another Foreigner. Some people's been asking about those. So we have Naked Eyes, Burning Bridges. Yeah, that's the name of this album. I couldn't remember what it's called, but that one has the song "There's Always Something There to Remind Me," which is their big hit. They're definitely a one-hit wonder band. Naked Eyes, Burning Bridges. This does have that on there, doesn't it? Let me make sure. Yeah. Track 4. This is a $45 start. Has the Japanese insert with it. Naked eyes, Japanese insert. The cover has a little bit of wear present, a little bit of ring wear showing. Obi, and the vinyl is pristine. That's a $45 start. And we have Foreigner. I've never had Naked Eyes before on Japanese. And Foreigner, this one's, of course, Head Games. This is a $35 start. Foreigner Head Games. Obi, insert, near mint, pristine vinyl. Foreigner is a $35 start. $35 start on that. Dick, the Blind Faith. The cover, it's actually pretty solid. This one always is kind of worn out. It's VG Plus, but still retains some gloss. It's got one little spine. Looks like something maybe was set on top of it. But no chipping on the spine. No seam splits. It's actually not bad. All right, Head Games, $35.36. And we're looking for a $45 start on Naked Eyes. Promises, Promises. Yes, I forgot about that one. That's also on there. Easy Rider soundtrack. VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. Sometimes you take a record out and it doesn't want to go back in because it's one of these. We've got it in a new inner sleeve, but it's this kind right here. Let me show you. When you handle tens of thousands of records, some things get annoying, like this right here. Let me show you exactly what the problem I'm having. It's this right here. It's a new white inner sleeve. And you see how that circle is cut out? Well, unless you got it out and you're trying to put the record back in, sometimes it gets jammed up like that. Pow! And then you can't get it in there, and then you start trying to force it, and you got to take it out and just do it the right way. That is a VG copy for $9.99. If we could, I would just store them all like that, but we also have in-store shoppers, and that would really mess us up if we did that. That's $9.99. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, VG Plus, $9.99, and this does have the photo inserts. All 4 photo inserts are in there, $9.99. Cheap Trick at Budokan. This is a VG Plus, $14.99. Cheap Trick at Budokan, and of course, it has the booklet. Is this Japanese? Is this a Japanese press? No, I guess maybe they put some of that in Japanese because it was at Budokan, but that's $14.99. And Annette Sings Golden Surfing Hits. That is VG $19.99. Foreigner, Kevin's at $36. Bob, let me know if you're out. And Wayne wants the Lovin' Spoonful. Sell that to Wayne. For Your Eyes Only, VG Plus $14.99. James Bond. Theme song by Sheena Easton, $14.99. Tres Hombres, ZZ Top. That's a VG copy, $14.99 for ZZ Top, Tres Hombres. And Led Zeppelin 2 is a Presswell press, VG $24.99, and this is a reissue. This is probably a 77 reissue. Jesse on ZZ Top. Greg, you were second. Bob's back in on Foreigner at 40. The Police, Ghost in the Machine, is a VG copy for $12.99, and Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever is a VG copy, $9.99. Saturday Night Fever. Tommy James, My Head, My Bed, and My Red Guitar. Tommy James, VG Plus $14.99. This is actually a white label promo for Tommy James. Bert, you were third on ZZ Top. Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll. Rainbow is a VG Plus, $19.99. Richie Blackmore, Ronnie James Dio. Steve Botsford first on Saturday Night Fever. Bob's at 40 on Foreigner. If anybody wants Naked Eyes, it is a $45 buy it now. Kevin's out on Head Games. And I'm going to go ahead and sell Foreigner to Bob McKinney so we can move right along. Bob, you're going to get Foreigner for $40. And if anybody wants Naked Eyes, it's a $45 buy it now. I've got the Game of Thrones new Funkos, $14.99. I'm going to put those over here with Thor. I forgot I had those pre-ordered. Dwayne Damon's already sold. That sold earlier. Burt Jordan wants the Easy Rider soundtrack. Patty Rainbow was a VG Plus 1999. And I've also got Stan Getz. I was trying to get my station clean up here. So we've only had 4 auctions that have not got bids. These are all buy it nows. Naked Eyes, Three Dog Night, Pat Benatar, and The Fix. Let me go grab a couple new ones. We got Willie, Warren, Crosby, Nash, Clapton. Let's do another Foreigner, and let's do this Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits. Bob McKinney wants Rainbow. That will be yours if Patty passes. If Patty passes, then Bob, you'll get Rainbow. Another near mint Foreigner. This is Foreigner 4, Japanese press, and we have the nice insert there. We have the lyric insert. That's the Japanese insert, the lyric insert. This is pristine Japanese vinyl. There's the key word, pristine, and that's a $35 start. Another Foreigner. That was the third and last one of that bin, and this is Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits. Another near mint copy. There's the Japanese insert. That is a $35 start as well. Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits, $35 start on that. Would you take 15? I've already got Mr. Bob saying he would buy it for $19.99, and I really hadn't discounted too many records tonight out of the new arrivals. But if you do want it, you can have it for $19.99. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. That's in shrink wrap of half, VG Plus $14.99. And Mel Taylor and the Magics in Action. Mel Taylor and the Magics in Action, VG copy $9.99. Teen Scene, Chet Atkins, is EX $9.99. Patty says she already has it, so sell that to Bob McKinney. That is Rainbow. Looking for a $35 start on Foreigner and Rod Stewart. Stacy Brown wants Bobby Brown. Stacy Brown gets Bobby Brown. The Gerard The Fix was Phantoms, and that was a $35 buy it now. That is the Fix Phantoms, $35 buy it now. Chris Christopherson, Shake Hands with the Devil. That's a VG Plus $9.99. The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. VG Plus $34.99. No postcards. Sly and the Family Stone, There's a Riot Going On. VG copy $14.99. Billy Squire, Don't Say No. This is a VG copy, $9.99 for Billy Squire. And Greatest Hits of Waylon Jennings, also a VG copy, $12.99. Waylon Jennings. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils. This is a VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. And Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger, also a VG. We got some great, if you're okay with VG records, there's some great titles right there in that bunch. The Stones, Sly, Billy Squire, Waylon. I know they're VG copies, but those are like half off because they're VG. Sean Jones gets Sly and the Family Stone. So don't let conditions scare you unless you're legitimately scared of it. Let me take a drink of water right quick. I desperately need it. I had pizza earlier today, so I'm like all dried out inside. Marshall Tucker is a VG Plus $9.99. Leslie West, Mountain, VG copy, $12.99. Stephen Chesney wants Duran Duran. That's sold to Stephen. And I'm about to end these auctions, so if you don't want to get beat out on the buy it now, you can go ahead and bid. That will increase your chances of getting it. Or I'm going to end them and make them a buy it now. Frank Zappa, 200 Motels. This is a VG Plus, $39.99. VG Plus for Frank Zappa's 200 Motels. VG Plus, $39.99. Heart Magazine, VG Plus, $14.99 for Heart Magazine. Steely Dan Asia, VG copy, $14.99. Boy, they've pasted 2 labels over it. There's a label over a label, it looks like. Steely Dan Asia, that's a VG copy, $14.99. Do you know the year on the Rolling Stones? Does tag say? No, he didn't put a date or run them. He didn't put any matrix information. I can tell you the matrix if you want me to. Just let me know. Of course, on the back it says 72, but they all say that. And that's a VG Plus $34.99. All right, Ringo Starr. Ringo is a VG Plus, $17.99. Ringo Starr Ringo. Steve Botsford, he's at 35 on Foreigner. That's going twice, going 3 times. Bob McKinney on Steely Dan. And The Who Face Dances, VG Plus, $14.99. The Who Face Dances, VG Plus, $14.99. Yes, this originally came out in 72, but this may not be a 72 pressing, I think is what Sean's maybe curious about. All right, let me grab a new crate. Steve Botsford gets Foreigner for $35. If anybody wants Rod Stewart is also $35. He's a buy it now. Steve Botsford got Foreigner. He bid. I didn't see anything else come in too quickly, so he gets that for $35. Can I see side 2 of Ringo? Ringo. Let's see what we got here. Has some cover damage on the back cover. Ringo, side 2. John's looking for one of those $1 million rare variants. Is this the $1 million one? Produced by Richard Perry. All right, John Young takes the, Richard Davis wants the Rod Stewart for $35 BIN. And Tres Hombres is sold. Tres Hombres is sold. Let me move this stuff. Let me grab a new crate. We still got 4 entire new arrival crates to go through. Wow. I told y'all. And we hadn't even been recapping. We had like a dozen crates to go through tonight. So I'm going to pick up the next one. These crates are weird. You just never know. We could have all kinds of odd stuff, and then all of a sudden, there's a Demon record in there, or something, a Led Zeppelin 1, you know, just tucked in randomly. No rhyme or reason, usually. Hey, another Foreigner record. Did we already sell one of these? If so, here's another one. I guess we did, but here's another one, in case somebody was back up. Or Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, Poncho and Lefty. Japanese press. This is near mint, pristine. We'll get that one started for $35, and same price for Foreigner. Another copy of Double Vision, also near mint with Obi. Those are $35 and $35. New arrivals, everything sticker. Tommy the Who, $39.99. Tommy, $39.99. We've got the Elvis tapes, $14.99. Elvis tapes is in shrink wrap. The Who Quadrophenia. This has the booklet with it. $39.99. Paul Leichter's maybe. Elvis Memories Are for excuse me, let me restart on that one. I'll skip his name, but it's Elvis Memories Are Forever. $14.99. $14.99. Historical documentation. Home on the Range, Bing Crosby. Home on the Range, Bing Crosby. Well, that's an early Decca record. That is $14.99. What do we have here? Dash Rip Rock. Dash Rip Rock. 1987 688 label. $19.99. I like this better with no recaps. We can definitely go through a lot more faster for sure. Lisa Montgomery on Bing Crosby. Looking for $35 starts on these two. The Love and Spoonful Daydream. That is $9.99. The Blue Sky Boys. $14.99. This format only works, though, when I have a lot of stuff ready to go through. But walk cruise on, or, you know, we could go through new arrivals and go through other crates and then go through everything at the end. I've also had lots of people tell me they're a fan of the one price, everything in the crate, you know, which that's usually when we do that, we just, you know, everything's on sale. These new arrivals, I think it works better when they're all mixed. The original motion picture soundtrack to That's Entertainment. Bing Crosby, Judy Garland, James Stewart, Liza Minnelli. Never seen that, but it's $19.99. That looks like something Fred had in his collection. Original early top 40 hits. A compilation. $19.99. Early top 40 hits. I see Pat Boone. I see Billy Vaughn, the Del Vikings, the Chantays, or the Chantays, one of the two. Chantays. Robin Luke, Pat Boone, Safaris, Jim Lau, Hilltoppers. Lisa Montgomery on the Entertainment soundtrack. Dash Rip Rock was the Raleigh, North Carolina answer to whatever was coming out of Athens, Georgia. Wow. 20 number one hits from 20 years in Motown. This is a good Motown compilation. If you don't have one already, this is a good one. $24.99. This is called 2020. 20 #1 hits on Motown. That is $24.99. We've got Vern Gotson, Never My Love, $14.99. Has a big promo sticker right on the front. And it is a promotional label too. Lisa Montgomery wants 2020. Sell that to Lisa. Vern Gotson. Charlie Rich, She Called Me Baby, $9.99. Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, the Foggy Mountain Boys, Blue Ridge Cabin Home. That is $11.99. Vern Gotson, There Is a Season. Now, I know we have a lot of his albums. That's probably one we don't put out as often. There Is a Season. That is $14.99. Lisa Montgomery also on Flatt and Scruggs. Country Greats. 17 great country artists performing their latest releases on Columbia Records. Boy, look at all these. Is this sealed? A lot of LPs. Let's see here. This is 24. This is a white label promo, and this was a promo only release. This was a promo only release. How many LPs are in here? I guess it's only 2, but yeah, Country Greats. White label promo only, $24.99. I'm going to keep those behind the cover, actually. But this is how Columbia Records originally came, in like these baggies. They were never shrink wrap sealed. They were perforated. They were a perforated baggie. So sometimes, like, if you want a sealed copy, original press of Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, there actually isn't such thing as a sealed copy. The jackets are sealed. The inner sleeves are sealed. James McGowan, you were second on Flatt and Scruggs. Jared wants a Vern bundle. Jared, I will sell you both of those for $12.50 and $12.50. $5 off. That would be $25 for the pair. Alex Roman wants the Country Cop. And Lisa Montgomery, you were second on that. Linda Ronstadt, a retrospective. That is $24.99. What do we have here? Joe Dulce. Shut up your face. Wow. That is $9.99. Jared said sold on the 2 bundle Vern Gotson. $25 on that. Sell that to Jared. Somebody needs to get Linda. Duke Ellington, Unknown Session, $14.99. And The Distractions, Nobody's Perfect. That's a 1980 UK press. That looks like something Walt Cruz would buy. $24.99. The Greatest Country Duets is $14.99. And Vern Gotson, Never My Love. This is a sealed copy. That is sealed, $19.99. All right, if anybody wants Foreigner, $35 buy it now on Foreigner, and $35 buy it now on Poncho and Lefty. Those are $35 buy it nows. Let me grab what else we have in there. There's Night Ranger. We auctioned off one of those the other night. And we have Loverboy's first debut album, also Japanese presses. These are near mint with Obi, inserts, top copies. $35 starts. Foreigner and Loverboy. That is Dawn Patrol and Loverboy self-titled. Those are new, up for auction, $35 start. Debbie wants Foreigner for $35. Sell that to Debbie for $35. Golden Greats Volume 1, Dennis Yost and the Classic 4. That is $14.99. Netherlands, Dan Fogelberg, $9.99. Duke Ellington, 66. Duke Ellington 66 is $9.99. Calvin's at $35 on Loverboy. Dan Fogelberg Captured Angel, $9.99. And Judy Garland Concert. That's a cool cover. That is $19.99. Judy Garland Concert, $19.99. Tangerine Dream Exit, $24.99. Special EFX Modern Manners. That is $14.99. And Reality Jeff Mon, $39.99. Reality Jeff Mon. What is it that might have my name on it? That was The Distractions, Nobody's Perfect. A 1980 UK pressing, The Distractions, $24.99. Calvin's at $35 on Loverboy, going twice, going 3 times to him. We got 2 auctions up. He's at $35 on that and looking for the same opening bid on Night Ranger. Carl Wilson, Youngblood, Carl Wilson from the Beach Boys, 1999. Play Don't Worry, Mick Ronson. Has a promo stamp embossed up here in the cover, or I guess it's not embossed, it's impressed in it, or pressed in it. 1999. No Redding Band. No Redding Band is 1999. And the George Benson Cookbook, the George Benson Quartet. This is $9.99. The George Benson Cookbook. Any Toto First albums. None tonight in the Japanese bin, and I hadn't seen any tonight in the vintage crates. Marco Villavenicio wants the Carl, and Walt says, I've never heard of them, but I'll take it. Well, how about I just start saying, I just need anytime pick up a record and say, Walt Cruz, you need that. He said he'll take it. He'll take a chance on the distractions. Three Dog Night Golden Biscuits, $14.99. And this has part of the cover missing, which y'all are aware. This was a perforated cover. It's been torn off. And Dwayne Eddy twanging guitar, Silky Strings. This is $9.99. Carol, you'll have to believe me, but I will call you tomorrow. So what happened on the way here, I was talking to the person that I'm going to see tomorrow. And when I tell people I've got to make 4 or 5 phone calls, I think an average phone call is about an hour. So, you know, you get on the phone with somebody, all of a sudden, you might be talking for an hour and 20 minutes. So, I completely ran out of time again. So, Barry Gibb, New Voyager, $9.99. I let down a lot of people today on phone calls once again. But I made like, let's see, I was on the phone, I guess 2 or 3 times, and probably total combined time was probably over 2 hours, which was probably most of my driving today. Barry Gibb is $9.99. Frank Sinatra, September of My Years. And then when I'm awake, which is this time of the night, everybody's in bed. I can't call anybody at 1 a.m., but if anybody is awake, they probably don't want to talk. They probably can't sleep or something. The Letter, Judy Garland. And, wow, that looks like it's pristine. Judy Garland is $9.99. I will be on the road tomorrow. I'll probably pull an all-nighter because we're leaving in the morning. And if I'm not calling you on the way down there, I'll call you on the way back. So, all right, let me grab a new crate. Let's sell Loverboy. Loverboy is sold to Calvin Ward at $35. And if anybody wants Night Ranger, it's also a $35 buy it now. All right. Let me grab a new crate. Next is, I don't know. Let's see. Mike says, I'm behind. Can I get the Billy Squire from the previous crate? You wanted the Billy Squire VG Don't Say Never, right? Yep, right here. Mike Golston. You're not behind? New auctions. Let's do another Loverboy. Maybe one Calvin needs. We have, let's do another Night Ranger too. $35 starts. Loving every minute of it. And Big Life. $35 starts. Loverboy, loving every minute of it. And Big Life. $35 starts on those. We have Eric Carmen. Boats Against the Current, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Renaissance is $7.99. Raspberries, that looks like a basket full of raspberries. That actually may be the name of it. $24.99, or it's self-titled, one of the two. Or maybe it's called Side 3. Raspberries is $24.99. This is, I know them, it is Mike Bloomfield and Al Cooper. The Live Adventures of Mike Bloomfield and Al Cooper, Super Session. $24.99. Lisa Montgomery wants the raspberries. That's sold to Lisa. Traffic, Mr. Fantasy, $24.99. Al Cooper, You Never Know Who Your Friends Are. That is $19.99 for Al Cooper. Eagles on the Border. That's an odd looking, oh, it's Canadian. That's why. $34.99. Eagles on the Border. That looks unplayed. It is a Canadian press. Eagles on the Border, $34.99. There's Al Cooper again. Stephen Stills Manassas, $29.99 for Stephen Stills Manassas. And have the poster with it. It feels awfully heavy. No, I don't think it has the poster. But that is $29.99. Sherry Darnell wants Traffic, Mr. Fantasy. The Carpenters, I Kind of Hush and Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker, $9.99 on that. Kimo Sabi, The Electric Indian, $9.99. Kimo Sabi, $9.99. History of British Rock, Volume 3. White Label Promo, $24.99. History of British Rock. Wow, I see some good stuff on here. Cream, Deep Purple, Elton John, Badfinger, Them, Trogs, Beatles, Eric Burden, Searchers, Hollies. History of British Rock, Volume 3. That's $24.99. And Roots of British Rock. Roots of British Rock is $24.99. It's a white label promo. This has the Tornadoes, Marty Wilde, Joe Brown, the Shadows, Cliff Richard and the Shadows, Carl Denver Trio, Petula Clark, Lonnie Donegan, Russ Hamilton, Frank Ifield. Stacy wants British Rock. I'm assuming you wanted this one right here, the History, Stacy. I also have Roots of British Rock. Baker. Let me read the label. This one always gives me trouble. $19.99. This is, I know it's Ginger Baker, but there's also, well, maybe it's not. Baker Gruvit's Army. Is that? Yeah, it's Ginger Baker. Gruvit's Army. But that is $19.99. Climax featuring Sony Garachi, $9.99. Box of Frogs with Hop Sticker, $12.99. Blows Against the Empire, Jefferson Starship, $19.99. Tangerine Dream, Stratosphere, $24.99 for Tangerine Dream. And the Best of British Rock, The Yardbirds, featuring Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck, $29.99. The Best of British Rock, The Yardbirds, featuring Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck. Looks unplayed. All right, if anybody wants these as a buy it now, you can buy Night Ranger or you can buy Loverboy. Those are $35 buy it nows. The Legend of the Yardbirds, featuring Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck. Hey, there's Jimmy Page too. $19.99. The Sutherland Brothers Band. Yep, the Sutherland Brothers Band, $14.99. Chili Whack, $9.99. Jefferson Airplane Volunteers. This one's $29.99. Orange RCA label. That's about EX. Has some condition problems there on the back cover. Bless Its Pointy Little Head. This is a 1969 Indianapolis Press. This is also Jefferson Airplane. $29.99. And Tex and the Horseheads. Life So Good. Life So Cool. Tex and the Horseheads. $34.99. Interesting. Life So Good. Let me see what else I got over here in the Japanese bin. We've got Willie, Warren, Crosby, Clapton. Let's do REO Speedwagon and Cyndi Lauper. All right, so Tex and the Horseheads. Next is REO Speedwagon High Infidelity, which is a Japanese press for a $35 start. High Infidelity. There's the insert. Pristine Near Mint Vinyl. Pristine Near Mint Vinyl. There's the insert. There's the cover and obi. That's a $35 start. And we have Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. This one's in shrink wrap. Top copy. Nearly perfect. There's the inserts. Perfect cover in shrink wrap. The obi's underneath the shrink wrap. Perfectly preserved. Pristine vinyl. This is a $45 start. Has Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Time After Time. $45 start on that. Ted said Warrant. Which one are you looking for? I have... All right, so here's what I have with Warrant. Let me just tell you what I have. The first music on vinyl record that came out is Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. I have 2 of those available, but they're quite expensive now. If you bought one from me originally, you got a great deal because that's well over. Yeah, Dirty, Rotten. I've got 2 of those. Yeah, I've got 2 Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich available. They are, if y'all want them, I'll take $125. I think I sold 2 about a month ago for $95. I've got 2 on eBay for $159.99. That's what I have with Warrant. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. I've got 2 available. They were 2 copies that weren't paid for. Can you believe that? The second album that came out was Cherry Pie. I've got about 10 copies left. They're $49.99. And then the one that comes out this week, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Dog Eat Dog was the first one. Yes. Yes. What did I say? Oh, yeah. Dog Eat Dog was the first one that came out. My bad. That was the first Warrant album, but Dog Eat Dog, excuse me. So let me restart. I wish I had them here to show them to you. Dog Eat Dog. I've got 2 of those. If anybody wants them, they're $125. Cherry Pie, we've got about 10 copies left. They're $50. And then the new one that comes out this week is Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. They're all sold. I'm waiting for another shipment. So if you're not on the pre-order, I don't have any available. Until next week, we should be getting 150 more. And if you need on that wait list, so basically, I pre-sold about 130. We're getting 105 tomorrow or Thursday. And then from somewhere else, we should be getting another, hopefully over another 100 from somewhere else. I don't know that. But if I do get that other shipment, we'll have plenty to sell. And for about the first week, they'll be $39.99, and they'll be the same thing. They'll probably go up, and then they'll probably go up again, and then they'll probably go up again. And then in a few months, they'll be about $100. So that's how those records go. Okay, REO Speedwagon. Alice is at $35. That's going twice, going 3 times. Condition on Tangerine Dream. The Tangerine Dream that's in here, Joe, who asked that? Joe? It is really nice. It is I would call that one near mint. $24.99. Bob McKinney wants on the Dirty Warrant wait list. Are you setting us pre-order? Well, essentially, it'll be a waiting list in case I do get more in. In case I get more in. Japanese Warrant, no, I wish. That would be incredible. But no, I don't have any Japanese presence of warrants. Final call on REO Speedwagon. Final call on Cyndi Lauper if you want to buy it now or if you want to bid. 3 Dog Night coming down your way. So essentially, I've got 2 Warrant albums in stock. The third one is a pre-order. I'm sold out before they even get in. I have pre-sold my first allotment for sure. And Dean Martin, that's all. That's a more. Dean Martin is $9.99. Dean Martin, that's a more. $9.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell these auctions because I have buyers. REO Speedwagon, Alice Lowry, $35. And Mark Shelton said he will take the Cyndi Lauper for $45. $35 and $45. Ted wants on the Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Thank you. I thought I was going to get plenty. Like I was hoping this week I would have about this many and I could show and be like, if you're not on the pre-order, but that's not what happened. They actually loaded and said I was getting 120, which would cover everybody's pre-order, and then they backed it off because they were trying to just give some to a little bit of everybody. But, I mean, what did they make? 50? Were they making 2,000 of them? That's just not near enough. So hopefully they'll repress that on black vinyl, but right now the colored, those music on vinyl, limited and colored, they will always be pricey because it's music on vinyl, it's limited, it's colored vinyl. And those 2 albums, all 3 of those have never really been reissued recently in mass quantities. Yes, they did Friday Music and all that, but yeah, nowhere close. Joe Stampley, Red Wine and Blue Memories. This is $14.99. Yeah, Bob, let me show you the Dog Eat Dogs. I'll actually show those. I'll show another music on vinyl pressing that I have on eBay. If y'all want to buy them, I'll always sell them to y'all cheaper because I don't have to pay fees, and I would probably rather y'all have them than some random person on eBay. But yeah, these are... if you want to check my eBay page, I've got these active for $150. Actually, we got an offer for $135, but after fees, you know, I would be selling it for less than what I want to get for it, and that's the only offer I've had. But the reason I marked it for that is one had sold for $152.50. But yeah, this is number 42. Low number, 42. I'll take $125 for that. And I've got another one. I've got two, $125. And that's about what they're, I mean, I don't know if you can get one that cheap right now, especially that number. That's a pretty low number, $42. Bob McKinney said sold. So sell him that one. If anybody, I have one left. If anybody wants this one, it's number 979. Telling you, if you see me post a pre-order for anything music on vinyl, let me know. And then these, I've got these active for $79.99. These are Trick or Treats, Fastway, Trick or Treat soundtracks. If anybody wants these, I'll sell you these for $49.99. I have $125. I have these active for $79.99. I've sold one for $70, and I think one for $72. If y'all want them, $49.99. I think these are my last two copies. These are also limited and numbered on the back, number 265 and number 256. Fastway, those are limited, 1,500, flaming colored vinyl. So, Ted Mindpiece said sold Trick. These are $50, yeah. Let me know if you want one or two. One or two. All right, there's a new I have a pre-order up for the other Fastway too. Fastway, this the white one, it says Fastway, red vinyl. That's in our group. Make sure you're in Whole Lot of Records and make sure you're in on those pre-orders. So thank you, Ted. Also make a note, I've got to change my quantities now on eBay before I accidentally sell a copy to somebody and I don't have them. Then somebody's very mad. Billy Swan, I Can Help. Billy Swan is $9.99. Bing Crosby, Cool of the Evening. Bing is $9.99. Come Fly With Me, Frank Sinatra, $14.99. Brewer and Shipley, Rural Space. That is $14.99. Bing Crosby, Pocket Full of Dreams, $9.99. The Desert Rose Band is $14.99. Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, 16 all-time greatest hits, $11.99. And the right combination, Joe Albany with Warren Marsh on Riverside. That's a Japanese pressing, actually. No obi, $39.99. And George Benson, Living Inside Your Love. George Benson is $19.99. All right, next crate. Next crate. Music on vinyl. Oh. New arrivals. All new vintage arrivals. I have no idea what's in here. We're about to find out. The True Grit soundtrack with John Wayne, Glenn Campbell. That is $19.99. Peter, Paul, and Mary, $9.99. Self-titled. The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary, also $9.99. Bing Crosby, Accentuate the Positive. That is sealed. Accentuate the Positive. Sealed, $19.99. Any Faith No More. I don't think I have anything right now by Faith No More. If you let me know a name of an album, I'll see if I can get it in stock for you, though, and I'll order some because I probably, well, I'll check, but I don't think I do. By the way, we got a $100 giveaway promotion going on Facebook. Make sure you're in on our $100 giveaway so you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. I'm going to post it one more time tomorrow. Let everybody enter. Make sure they're entered. This is a Nat King Cole comp, $19.99. Jerry Reed, Georgia Sunshine, $14.99. Chariots of Fire, $9.99 for Chariots of Fire. The VIPs, that's a soundtrack. Music by Miklos Rosa. That is sealed, $24.99. Merle Haggard, That's the Way Love Goes, $14.99. Merle Haggard, The Way I Am, $14.99. Merle Haggard, Tribute to Bob Wills, $14.99. And Merle Haggard, Chill Factor, $14.99. Boy, that was a Merle Haggard streak. Let me grab a couple new Japanese pressings. Crosby and Nash, I don't think I've put that up for, and I got one more Loverboy. I think we're 1 for 1 with the Loverboys. Crosby and Nash, David Crosby and Graham Nash, Japanese pressing. I've never had this one before. The Best of Crosby and Nash. It's the Best of Crosby and Nash. Best of David Crosby and Graham Nash. That's a $35 start. And Loverboy, Keep It Up, near mint copy with Obi. That's also $35. Any of the music on vinyl. Terrell, I will check and I will also order some. Sherry Darnell wants Merle. That's The Way Love Goes. This one right here. I was about to say, that's probably the one in there I don't see as often as those four. Another Merle, Serving 190 proof, $14.99. Gato Barbiri. His name just isn't too natural to me. $9.99. Frankie Valli Hits is $9.99. Dean Martin, Everybody Loves Somebody. $9.99 for Dean Martin. We've had a lot of Martin, Crosby, and Sinatra stuff. An Evening with Harry Belafonte, $14.99. And Makiba. Boy, I'm really butchering some stuff, aren't I? Frankie Valli, So to Kevin Kubina. Looking for $35 starts on those two back there. The Humorous Side of Country Music with Homer and Jethro. That's $14.99. And The Best of Duke Ellington Original Sessions. That is $19.99. Let me take a pause. Actually, I'm going to change crates because I just realized I hadn't shown tonight's new vinyl. And let me do that before it gets too late. I meant to do this a long time ago. First three are pre-orders. All right. I wish somebody would have said something 2 hours ago. But here's tonight's new vinyl. It's only this half crate. We should be the next couple days, we should be expecting a lot. I got a restock of Fleetwood Mac Rumors for $31.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. My Fleetwood Mac bin is pretty much empty. So I've been ordering here and there. We got a restock, and you need to grab these before they go back out of stock since we got a restock. And that's Pearl Jam Versus. Gatefold, new and sealed, 180 gram, remaster, $34.99. Go, Animal, Daughter, Dissident, Rearview Mirror, Elderly Woman, Rats. Great album. $34.99 for Pearl Jam's second album. I've still got the RTI pressings of Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. Those are $29.99. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. I also got another copy in of Aerosmith Get a Grip. $48.99. That album originally came out in 1993, so pretty difficult to find an original of that. That's a 2LP remaster for $48.99. Another restock of Are You Experienced? I always need those, $28.99. Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits is $31.99. Gary Newman is $28.99. And this is about the only way you can get a copy of Permanent Waves, and the cheapest way. What's weird is the 200 gram single disc, they pretty much sell for $79.99. I mean, they're at least probably a $70, $80 record. This is a 3LP live rush, and you get Permanent Waves. I mean, there's the album right there, Permanent Waves, 180 gram remaster. You get a 2LP live rush and book, and this is $79.99. This is probably the best value. And then there's a super deluxe box, but I think that's about the best way to get Rush Permanent Waves right now, $79.99, if you need a copy, a new one. Bob McKinney wants Jimi Hendrix. I think that was a custom order. And then there were three people we had waitlist for on Pearl Jam. That was Joe Valentine, Jamie Butler, and Mark Barbosa. Mark Barbosa, Jamie Butler, and Joe Valentine, $34.99. Those were the waitlist for Pearl Jam. So we have Rush, Gary Newman, Fleetwood Mac, Hendrix, Aerosmith, Pearl Jam, and Fleetwood Mac. I need to go back through those. Let me hand these to Tanner. Go ahead and is the Sierra Ferrell available? I don't know. Something like this, I think it's a special order. I need to ask Josh because people message the page and he orders stuff. This is either for him or it's a special order for somebody. I'm not really for sure. But when odd stuff like this comes in, I will have to ask Josh. But if anybody's interested, Brian, let me know and I can see if I can get you one. Or maybe if they're in stock, I can get you this one and we can order another one. So I'll check on that. I'll have to ask. People message the page and sometimes they're like, can you get such and such? Josh logs in. He sees we can order it. We order it. And then it comes in. And if I know it's something weird, because I do 99% of all the new vinyl ordering. I actually do pretty much all of it. So I recognize it's something I didn't order. And I usually set it aside because it's probably a special request for somebody. So if there's anything y'all ever want us to check on, anybody at all, or if you just have suggestions of maybe somebody like you think we should stock. I mean, I've had some people say, Chad, you need to order some such and such. And then next thing I know, I've sold 20 copies of it because it's somebody I don't know. I own a music store, but there's so much that I have no idea, especially new stuff. There's so much, like Sierra Farrell, completely unknown to me. So, you ever have anything, send us a message, send me a message, post it in the group, tag me somewhere, and I'll try to order. I mean, I'm willing to experiment with at least one of anything, you know. Dean Martin, Dino, $9.99. Bing Crosby's All-Time Hit Parade, $9.99. When you recap, I'll take Willie Phoenix from the second crate of the night. Okay, Willie Phoenix. That's Tommy Flowers. Don't let me forget about that. A tribute to Woody Guthrie, Judy Collins, Bob Dylan, Arlo Guthrie, Richie Havens, Odetta, Pete Seeger. That is $14.99. The Tramps, The Whole World's Dancing, $14.99 on the Tramps. The Vapors Magnets. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99. Malcolm McLaurin, Duck Rock. Special banded DJ for radio play, $29.99. Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra and soloist. Duke Ellington, that's a cool cover, $9.99. Chick Corea, The Leprechaun, $14.99. The Venture Surfing, $9.99 on that. Dream with Dean Martin, $9.99. John Denver's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Jack Bruce Band and his musical extravaganza, Hal's Tricks, $19.99. Good Rats, From Rats to Riches, $19.99. Fresh Air 3 is $14.99. Fresh Air what's the name of this one? Fresh Air Interludes, Mannheim Steamroller, $14.99. I accidentally went ahead and showed it. So we got Tool Opiate, $19.99. By the way, I no longer can get these. Remember when I had these new for $16.99? They've now increased the cost across all of my distributors. I used to could order these where I could sell them for $16.99. Now, if I want to order a new copy of this sealed, they cost me more than what I used to sell them for. So they've really bumped up the price on these, unless for some reason they ever get overstocked and they put them on sale. But I think the days of sealed Tool Opiates for $15 are no longer around. So this is in shrink wrap. It's a new 180 gram. That's $19.99. John Denver's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Whoop, I've already showed those, and that, and that. The Undertones Positive Touch is $19.99. Kayak is $19.99. Promotional copy, Janus label, $19.99. This looks like a rooster. What is this? This is called Paramount Records. That's the label. Is this Atomic Rooster? Now, who is this? Ambergris. Interesting. $24.99 on that. Gary Moore, Wild Frontier. That is sealed, 1987, $24.99. The Ventures, Flights of Fantasy. Cool cover. They're doing a magic carpet ride there. That is $9.99. The Ventures. The Wondrous World of Sonny and Cher. $14.99 on Sonny and Cher. Nat King Cole, Unforgettable, $9.99. Charlie Rich is $9.99. Buck Owens, hey, Arms Full of Empty. Buck Owens. Buck is $9.99, of course. And the Four Seasons, Who Loves You? The Four Seasons is $9.99. I've got one more new arrival bin of vintage stuff to go through. Let's go through it. One more bin of new arrival vintage. Let me see what I got here. And then we're not going to flip back through everything, but if you saw something earlier and you want me to hunt it down, I will try my best to find it. But we've got to leave in the morning to go look at a collection in Mississippi, which means I need to do some stuff tonight because We leave in the morning, and usually in the mornings I'm still awake and working. So probably after this crate, we may wind it down for the night. No sale tomorrow, and then Thursday we should have a big show lined up. I'm going to try to get some premium stuff. No show. Not unless for some reason we get back from Memphis a lot sooner than expected, but I mean, we're not getting there to 2. I expect, or 1 or 2 is probably when we're going to arrive, or not Memphis, Mississippi. It's like a 5-hour drive. We're probably going to be there most of the evening, and then 5 hours back, there's just no way. So Thursday is the autograph show. Yes, Thursday is the autograph show. First to Buck Owens was Chasing Heart, and Sherry Darnell wants the 4 Seasons. You've got it. And sorry, I've going through stuff. What I'll probably do is at some point, I'll do a compilation and I'll go back through these again. Did you see my comment? Which one is that? Maybe just send it again. We have Josephine Primus, 1957 mono. So one more crate of new arrivals, and then we'll probably stop there for the night. This is, I've got a lot of stuff to do. It's end of the month. I got to make sure my mother did all of our check writing, and it's the beginning of the month. Yes, for me, it's still the end because I hadn't done any of my administrative business owner stuff like write checks and pay bills. Write checks, pay bills, manage books, do stuff like that. You know, I am still trying to run a business here, so I got to do a lot of end of the month, first of the month stuff. Liza Minnelli, The Act. This is $9.99. Can you get any Allie Then Abel? I have no idea. That would be a great thing for you to send us via message, and me or Josh will check for you because I have no idea. There's over 1 million SKUs, I think, and one of my distributors have over 1 million SKUs of vinyl. Can you imagine? That's incredible. Smothers Brothers is $9.99. I'll Make You Music, Beverly Brimmers, $12.99. Goldfinger, this is $19.99. The Goldfinger soundtrack. Ian Fleming. He's not doing the music. Ian Fleming wrote the book. John Barry's doing the music, and Shirley Bassey is the title song. Gary Moore in the last crate for Calvin Ward. Gary Moore in the last crate for Calvin Ward. Right here. Gary Moore, Wild Frontier. That was a 1987 sealed. All right, so where are we at on our Japanese auctions? Loverboy and the Best of Crosby and Nash. Those are $35. Those are $35 buy it nows. Goldfinger soundtrack. Roller Disco, $14.99. City Roller Disco, $14.99. We have Rick Wakeman, Country Airs Piano Solos. Wow, never seen that Rick Wakeman before. New Age, very interesting. What year is this from? 1986, $19.99. Rick Wakeman, White Rock. Never seen that one before. $19.99. And Mamas and Papas 20 Golden Greats. This is the Mamas and Papas hits, $19.99. 20 golden hits for the Mamas and Papas. Alice Lowry on the Roller Disco. Sell that to Alice Lowry. The Great Country Stars sing their great country hits. This is $9.99. That is Buck Owens, Gene Shepard, Ferlin Husky, etc. That's a Capital Country comp. Let's see here. The Touch of Country Love is $9.99. Great Moments at the Grand Ole Opry, $19.99. Hey, look, they're still in the rhyming there, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. That is $19.99. Sherry Darnell on Mamas and Papas. That is sold to Sherry Darnell. Louis Armstrong in the 30s and the 40s. $9.99. I feel like I skipped something there. There's 2 Rick Wakemans. There's The Touch of Country Love. That's a K-Tel comp. Grand Ole Opry, Louis Armstrong. Glenn Campbell live at the Royal Festival Hall. $19.99. There's country. This is Chet Atkins, $19.99. Folk Songs of Our Land, Flatt and Scruggs, $11.99. Flatt and Scruggs at Carnegie Hall, $11.99. Picking My Way, Chet Atkins, $9.99. This looks exceptionally nice. It is. That is Tom Jones. Tom, $9.99. And the famous Carter family, $9.99. Alex Roman on, he said Flat, and this one right here, Folk Songs of Our Land, Flat and Scruggs. Blooming Hits, Paul Morate. I think that's how you say his name. This was originally owned by Mrs. John L. Sellers, Winter Park, Florida. $7.99. Always a cool cover on that one. Holy Bible, New Testament, placed by the Statler Brothers, $9.99. There's the Old Testament, placed by the Statler Brothers, $9.99. Fifth Dimension, Up and Away, is $14.99. Kay Kaiser's Greatest Hits, $9.09. Greatest Hits, newly recorded. Gary Lewis and the Playboys is $9.99. Glenn Campbell is $9.99. And The Records. The Records is in shrink wrap, and that is $14.99. The Records from Steve Cole's collection. That's a really nice copy in shrink wrap. Ozzie Nelson is $9.99. And the Beatles White Album. Wow, there's a lot of information on this one. $59.99. This is a 1976 Jacksonville press, orange capital label with posters and photos. So orange capital pressing with posters and photos, $59.99 for that. Duke Ellington, Jazz at Newport. This is a 1957 6i mono, $39.99. Duke Ellington Jazz at Newport. That is $39.99. Grover Washington Jr. live at the, how do you say that? Bayou, $19.99. I think this is, have I listened to this? Yeah, this is really good. Has this got this hook funk foot on it? Really good. Really good if you don't have that. $19.99. Shaft of Light. Air Race Shaft of Light, $9.99. Ringo Starr, Goodnight Vienna. Ringo Starr, Goodnight Vienna is $24.99. What's that say? Dino Rocks. I can't really make it out. That's a U. Duro Rocks or Durox. D-U-R-O-C-K or excuse me, let me spell that again. D-U-R-O-C-S. Durox. There we go. I got it that time. $9.99. Randy Pie. Boy, this is an obscure crate for sure. There's a couple things I'm like, what the heck is this? Randy Pie, self-titled. Anybody ever heard of Randy Pie? This is $14.99. Boy, another one. David. I think we're getting into some of the deep obscurities from the Atlanta collection. David Brenner, excuse me, are you reading that paper? $14.99. Endless Possibilities, Walter Rain Concept. That is $9.99. Barbra Streisand, the Broadway album, $7.99 for that. Crazy He Calls Me, Dakota Staton, is $14.99. Twang, a country song, Dwayne Eddy, $9.99. Sheena Easton, some kind of, it's a full album, but it's a Mexico pressing, $9.99. Sheena Easton and Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. This is $39.99. Arm Lazelle is interested in a Rick Wakeman bundle. Sure thing. I will sell you both of these Rick Wakeman albums for $35. $5 off. I've never seen those before. And I'm a Yes fan. And I tried collecting all the solo albums from Yes members, and I've never seen those. So $35 for those. He said sold. Anybody else on anything in that crate? Let me flip through the Japanese stuff that did not sell tonight. It's all buy it nows. We have Loverboy, Keep It Up. That's a $35 buy it now. So is the best of David Crosby and Graham Nash. Night Ranger, Big Life is a $35 buy it now. So is Loverboy, Loving Every Minute of It. Night Ranger, Dawn Patrol, it's a $35 buy it now. Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, that's a $35 buy it now. So is The Fix. Naked Eyes, I will do it for $35 as well, just to keep it. I think I had that up for $45, but just to keep everything uniform, Yeah, these are all 35. Pat Benatar and Three Dog Night was the only one in there check condition, but it's EX. Those are all $35 buy it nows. That was the only stuff that didn't get a bid. First Rich Group says condition of Grover Washington. I think it was really nice. I kind of peeked at it. Cover appears to be very nice, and same on the vinyl. Yes, this is really nice condition. That is near mint minus on that, Richard, and that is $19.99. Condition on the Duke Ellington, Mark, that's in here. And Mark, I got your message. I just hadn't replied because I didn't want to reply to you until I was back here in the store. But I am taking your offer on that Prince Purple Rain. So, Mark, I am going to say Prince Purple Rain. So thank you for that. I saw your message, but I didn't open it. I don't like opening messages for something until I'm actually tagging it, so I don't forget. Duke Ellington is very clean. I see a needle drop right here. Overall, very clean. No scuffs, no other scratches. It looks like it has a little scuff here, and that needle drop, but very clean. Has a little bit of writing on the back because it's from Fred's collection. It's $39.99. Jonathan Berg takes the Naked Eyes for $35. Jonathan Berg. Sherry Darnell wants the Crosby and Nash for $35. That's the mono. Yes, that is the Duke Ellington and Newport 57 6-eye mono. I've got a handful of stuff we didn't put up for auction. These are all $35 buy it nows too. These three were not put up tonight, but if anybody wants them, they're available. Willie Nelson, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's a $35 buy it now. Warren Zevon, Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School. That's a $35 buy it now. And Eric Clapton, Money and Cigarettes. Those are all $35 Japanese. Those last three I just showed were not put up for auction. Duke Ellington and Grover Washington Jr., unless one of them pass or unless one of them buy that, let me know. $35 for the Ellington. Sell that to Mark Cunningham. We're stopping a lot earlier than normal, but trip tomorrow. I got to do stuff, and pretty much we would just be going back through stuff we've already shown. I have on sale crates ready. We'll probably hit those later this week. I'll get more of our very popular on sale crates. Sorry we was running late, but we've had a pretty good show for just being live a couple hours. What's that? Yeah, Seth was late. He was the big holdup, unfortunately. So hopefully I come back and I have some good news for y'all, and we're buying like 2 semis full of records, but we'll see. There's a huge collection we're going to look to tomorrow in Mississippi. I don't know really what to expect. I kind of do, so I'll keep y'all updated. I always post pictures of anywhere we go. May even do a video, some videos or something. So best for Grover. $17 on that. $17 on that. I'm surprised no one bought it a sticker. So no sale tomorrow, but I'll have plenty of stuff to post. I'll probably get some crates ready to post in the group so y'all have something to look at, something to buy tomorrow night. And we'll be back Thursday probably for really high-end premium stuff and new arrivals. Is it in Tunica? I never reveal where we're going for a lot of reasons, mostly because there's a lot of other people who watch our shows that stalk us. Not like they're trying to kill me, but they're very curious about what we're doing. So I don't say where we're going. I just give you the state. If you can find me tomorrow in Mississippi, then you'll be lucky. So, all right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll be back Thursday night. Hopefully, I'm buying a big record collection tomorrow, and we'll have, like, even more new stuff. But we probably got 50,000 albums in the back, though, we hadn't put out. So it's not like we need records, but we love buying new stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again live Thursday night.